Well, a very good morning or good afternoon, everyone. I'm DJ Sean, and welcome to a very special X-Plane stream. If you haven't seen me before, hi, I'm DJ Sean. I quickly apologise for my horrible mic this morning. I have to use this little guy here, my little boom mic, so I do apologise straight off the bat for that one. But if you haven't seen me before, hi guys. I am a charity streamer, which means I do this to raise money for various charities throughout the year. And this month it's all about the Cancer Council, which is a fantastic Australian charity that helps so many people through with both their families and individuals that are going through cancer treatment. It's a wonderful a wonderful cause, and you'll find out a little bit more information about that later in the stream. Or if you're impatient like me, you can read about it just below. This month we've been on fire in regards to donations, which is absolutely amazing. We've totally been able to smash a couple of goals here. We smashed the $100 goal, we smashed the $150 goal, and with 7 days to go, 1 week remaining, we're chasing down the big 200, which is fantastic. Thank you so much to the support of so many for getting behind us. We do the donation at the end of the month live on stream, so you can see where the money goes, put up the receipts and all that sort of stuff, so you can see that it's gone through, and then we choose the charity for the next month. One thing I will be doing before we get to the end of the month is really putting some more charities in there about mental health. We're doing a lot of stuff at work at the moment around mental health, and I've had a few comments on the channel that people would love to see some more charities and groups that work on mental health. So absolutely on board, definitely going to do it. Alrighty, well, today's a big one. So today's a first for me. So and I feel like I'm a little bit bassy here at the moment. I am feeling a little bit under the weather today. I've got a bit of a deeper voice than I normally otherwise would, so I do bear with me with my Barry White tones here while I get through it. But today's the first one for me. We are on Pilotedge, so I've logged on to the system. I'm live on Pilotedge at the moment, and going to be attempting to complete the iRating certification on Pilotedge. If you haven't heard of Pilotedge before, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's a really easy thing to fix. Do I have Chrome here? I don't think I do. Well, let's go chuck Chrome up here and see if we can get Chrome working nicely. Pilotedge, there we go. Beautiful. So this is what we might do there. Just pop you there, you. We'll make it a little bit smaller so it's a little bit clearer to see. We'll chuck that up there. If we chuck, say, 100 off, oh, no, we don't want to do that. We want to do 100 off the top there. And we'll do a little bit off the right to make it a little bit neater. And maybe a little bit more off the top there. Beautiful, there we go. Alrighty. So this is some information about Pilotedge. So if you've never seen Pilotedge before, the best way to think of it is and it's unfair to compare it to Vatsim, but it is like Vatsim, but in my opinion, this is my opinion only, it's the next rung up the ladder. They're using professionals, and they're manning most positions at airports. It is only based in the continental US at the moment, on the western hand side of the US, which is it's interesting because it does give them an opportunity to focus on an area, which is really cool. How does it work? Have we got... there you go, operation hours and service coverage. So this will give you a bit of an idea about, in the States, about how much they cover. So that's really cool. Obviously, it's about half, maybe 40%, 45%, but that is quite a large surface area. And there's a number of airports that they control quite extensively and man all the positions, which is really, really cool. And part of that is that you can obviously fly with other people and all that sort of stuff, which is really exciting. But the thing that I like is they've got these training programs here, and these training programs are broken up into two different sections. There's some VFR training programs, how to fly from a non-towered airport to another non-towered airport, entering Class D, entering Class C, departures and arrivals in Class C and D, and that's stuff that I've done in real life, actually many years ago. And I will get to those, but I really wanted to start, I guess, ass backwards, like I do with mostly everything, and that is to start with the instrument ratings first. And go through those. So they've got a collection of here, I think there's 11 instrument rating flights that you can go through. There's scenarios that you can go through. There goes someone in a limo beside me. So we're going to start with the very first one, which is about an IFR flight out of KSNA. So where is... There we go. So good old John Wayne in Orange County. Is a great little airport to do this. It's got some beautiful scenery around it. I don't think I've got any scenery for John Wayne here, or maybe I do. There's one of them that we'll go to today where I don't, and even in X-Plane 11 looks pretty decent. So this one has us fly IFR to or from KSNA, so from John Wayne, and shoot the ILS approach into runway 20 right, which is, I think, fairly straightforward. But knowing me, that could change. So the learning objective. So what do we want to get out of this flight is to understand how to file an IFR flight plan. Yeah, understand how to request and copy IFR clearance. Understand how to brief and execute a precision approach with vectors to final. So a whole bunch of you might be sitting there going, "Well, that sounds really easy, Sean. What the hell are you worried about?" Well, now that my weather's loaded in, we might definitely be IFR for this one. Well, that's true. It's going to... Look, I don't want to give it credence and say it's going to be fairly straightforward. Who knows? This is going to be my first proper flight in US airspace. I don't really normally fly in the States. I've got a coffee and a pug mug, which is definitely important for a flight like this. So if we look at a little bit further down, so flying the rating, to successfully complete the rating, you must accomplish the following tasks. So file an IFI flight plan from John Wayne through to Seal Beach, SLI at 3000. Fly IFR from John Wayne to John Wayne, receiving vectors for the ILS runway 20 final approach course. Inform ATC with initial contact at I keep forgetting the name of this damn airport, John Wayne. Santa Ana, John Wayne, Orange County, United States. John Wayne, that we're performing the I-1 rating. This is probably where they'll turn up the heat on us and I'll fall over. Inform SoCal approach controller that you like vectors for the ILS for runway 20 right. So that should be fairly straightforward. So your first flight involves that flying. Pilots often unsure what route to file in cases like this. The most prudent strategy would be to file a route such that in the event of loss of comms, you have a route that is flyable without reliance on radar vectors. In this case, the ILS for 20 right approach at John Wayne is technically flyable from a nearby Seal Beach. So let's file that for 3000. In fact, the landing rate of the I-6, you'll be doing exactly that. That's cool. Where is the 20 right ILS? There we go. We've got that up, and I'll show you that in just a second, guys. So once you get airborne, request vectors for final approach. Good luck on your first approach. Your IFR now, be sure to listen closely to ATC. If you're given a heading, altitude or speed instruction, do your best to adhere as closely as possible with the restrictions. Alright, IFR clearance primer craft. So yeah, he's just giving us the clearance of what we might expect. And then obviously the altitude, the route. Yeah, cool. That's relatively straightforward. Frequencies, transponders, yeah, that's easy. They give you a video, which is really cool, so you can watch. I think he's the owner of Pilotedge. He definitely needs a faster computer. The frames kill me in that video, so I can't watch it. I just feel like sitting there and trying to contact him and say, what the hell is wrong with your computer? But nevertheless, that's okay. And then they give you a transcript, which is really nice. So they obviously go through, and you get to practice this sort of stuff. So I've had a few reads through this to understand what they need to say. I definitely will be probably referring to some of that just to get the speech right and the different segments in the right order. But we'll see how we go with that. Alrighty, well let's have a bit of a look at some of the charts here before we get airborne. We get rid of you, put you up there. So we want John Wayne. That's the one we want. So let's get some charts up here. So this guy just here, he's the ground chart for us, John Wayne or Santa Ana. And if we chuck our little doobie on, we should be down here somewhere. There we go. We're just here. So that's really good. Going to give us some nice situational awareness. Is it safe for mops to be flying aircraft without supervision? Hey, Eighth, welcome. Well, buddy, I've done my hair, so that's the important thing for the stream. Hey, Milo, how you going, buddy? Good morning. Good. I watched your flight into Queenstown yesterday. You did a very nice landing, mate. Very nice. Milo is a follower of mine who has done some extensive flying in the States, so I'll definitely be asking him if I get stuck. Alrighty, so we've got, what do we have here? So we're down here in John Wayne, Orange County. I'll be listening while at the gym. Yeah, wow, that's commitment for you. Working out, listening to me in your ear. Don't worry, Milo, so you'll hear some random pump it up. No, I won't do that to you. Okay, so what's the weather here? So 220 at 4 knots, so we're going to be taking off 20 right, probably. So that's interesting, because when I was looking at doing this flight offline the other day, and I didn't get to do it, the wind was the other way. I'm like, oh, it's going to stuff up my whole transcript. But, oh well, alas, we have the right wind. So we do have some low cloud here, and we'll get the weather in just a little bit. But it does sound like we will be IFR, so that's kind of cool. Alrighty, so which one is it? It's 20 Cat 1. No, we want that guy. So we'll turn you off. So this is the approach that we'll be vectored onto, and if you noticed, I'll zoom in a little bit there. Yeah, that's okay. So if you noticed in the information from Pilotedge, they said you definitely want to choose an approach that if you have a comms value, you can still navigate and fly the approach. So we're obviously just down here, and we'll be flying to Seal Beach. So we'll take off to the south here, and then fly around to the right and towards Seal Beach, where we'll then go, hey, can we get some vectors for 20 right? But in the event that we did have a comms failure, we can simply jump on one of the radials out here, and that'll take us, to Lemon, to Hookham, to Snake, or Sager, and then we obviously have the corresponding waypoints here on the vertical track down. So that's really cool. This is a good little test. So it should be good. Alrighty. Well, one of the things I've taken to aid me on the flight today is definitely my little iPad. So I've got my little iPad Pro here, and what I will do is you'll see me writing furiously throughout the flight, probably on the cross-country flights when I'm doing the fuel checks and the 1 in 60 rule. Oh, we don't have to do that anymore because we're IFR. Woo! I still have to do the fuel checks, but don't have to track visual, which is nice. So I'm madly scribbling through controlling, and when I'm getting vectors and clearance, I'll probably be madly writing that down. Hopefully I'm trying something new where the iPad shows up on the stream, so let's have a look here now. So our call sign for this flight is going to be November 585 Sierra Mike. So that is, yeah, that's working pretty well. So that is going to be our call sign today. So I don't know much about US call signs, but in Australia I normally go, so you normally have V, or I can write it down, you normally have VH dash 3-letter codes, and I normally have SAM, so that's my name. But in the States that's a little bit different. So what I've done is so November, and then my month and my year that I was born, and then my initials. So I kind of think that's going to work, but maybe not. So the goal is to fly KSAN, SLI, KSAN, no, SNA? SNA, oops, SNA, SNA, SLI, KSNA at 3000. And then go from there. So we are in a Panthera, which I'll get to now and show you a little bit about this great little aircraft. So this is made, well, this is not made by Aerobask in real life. It's made by a Russian company, maybe, or Swiss company. I've got to check. I'll fact check that. But it is our chosen, very sleek and sexy looking aircraft for our flight today. As you can see, it is very, very sleek, and it is a very, very fast little aircraft. You can see my nose wheel just twitching there. It's interesting, but we'll see how we go. So it is a very sleek little fast aircraft. This thing will cruise around at about 170 knots indicated, at about 80% power. So it is very, very quick. It's got oxygen capability, so you can chuck your mask on and climb up nice and high. But it does cruise when you get up there high, about 200. So very, very fast little aircraft. And probably not, when you're thinking about doing your IFR rating, you probably want to give yourself enough time to make sure that you're ahead of the aircraft and not lagging behind it. But in true fashion, we've chosen one of the fastest single-engine aircraft you can get. At least we're not doing it in a twin. So that's a start. So that's this little guy here. It is a very very pretty aircraft. It uses the same avionics package as the Eclipse 550 NG that Aerobask make. Which is very handy because it's a touch screen. It's very, very easy and quick to adjust things. You're not grabbing for knobs and all twist and all that sort of stuff. But it makes it very, very easy to fly. And the systems wise, I'm very, very familiar with. So I didn't want to have to jump on a G1000 and quickly learn how to fly a G1000 today. And if we get into trouble, especially on the cross-country legs of the flight, I didn't want to get in and have to try and work out on the fly how to fly the G1000. So speaking about flying, well, maybe it is firming up a little bit. There's a little bit of haze there. So we are here at John Wayne. It is a very, very obviously highly populated, dense area. This is the airport just here that we'll be departing. And then coming back into land. Very, very pretty. One of the things I'm learning about the States is just how populated and how dense and how the sheer amount of small little airports, which is really, really cool. All right, well, we probably should stop talking and put my money where my mouth is and start doing this. So let's go ahead and get going. So let's do that. Okay, so Alright, so what do we got here? We want to do is Pilotedge, file flight plan. Oof. Well, I don't know what the Panthera code is, so we might just go serious. That's going to be probably pretty close to what we want to do anyway. So we are at KSNA. We'll chuck it in capitals. KSNA. We'll go KSNA. SLI 3000. We're gonna have a TAS of like we'll just go 160. Remarks. iRating. Twitch.tv/DJ Sean. So I'll probably get in trouble for putting that in there, but that's okay. This flight's not going to take very long. This flight's going to take us like 20 minutes, but we'll put in there 30 minutes. En route hours. Oh, that's en route hours. We'll just chuck 1 in there. We'll just put 0 there. Fuel on board. We've got like 4 hours. Let's just double check that. So. Vectors V28 direct maintain. What did he actually put into his plan here? So let's go and open you up on YouTube real quick, and I do apologise guys, let me just see what he puts in his flight plan. So he's doing his briefing. He spends a lot of time briefing on the ground. There he goes, he's putting it in now. He's just doing what we're doing. So 3000 I1 rating, that's what we need to put in. Yeah, cool. KCRQ, that's what we need. KCRQ I-1 rating file IFR. There we go. Alright. Dunskies. Okay, so one of the things we're using today is we're not flying VFR. We're not flying VR. You'll notice that there's no VR stuff badges anywhere or in the text, and I've got this little guy hanging off the side of my head, which is always a great look. But one of the things we'll be doing, because we need to use stuff like the iPad, and we may be having to refer to transcripts and a lot of charts. It's probably easier for the first couple of flights, or maybe through the whole iRating processes, that I stay out of VR so I don't get myself tripped up with having to keep pulling off the headset, losing situational awareness and all that sort of stuff. So VR is fantastic. And look, it's almost there where you can do the whole thing in VR. What is the tab that they've released? AviTab, where you can actually write in VR on a page. Not that I'm very good at writing in VR. I don't think anyone would be. You're getting there, but it's not quite there yet. So we won't be in VR for this flight. We're using Track IR. We've got X camera set up, which should give us some good views here and allow me to do what I need to do. So we'll get going and get started. Alrighty. Hey Daz, good morning to you. Did I miss you, Daz, when that was only a couple of minutes ago? Good morning, Daz. For some reason it doesn't want to stay up. Okay. Alright, you can be like that. Let's go and chuck you. Chuck you there. Yeah, I won't be flying VR when starting in ATC. Yeah, Milo, it's It's probably you just need to give yourself a fighting chance to be able to make sure that you can do everything. Ah, damn cough. One thing I might do is refresh the coffee before we get going. We might get the ATC clearance and all that sort of stuff before we get going, but and then I might quickly get a coffee or chop up the coffee. Alrighty, so master on. Oh, we don't want to do some flap. Go up, thank you. Alrighty, so we want the avionics package on, please. Okay, let's put you smack bang in the middle here. Good evening, Denimum CFC. Sorry, buddy, I probably did a horrible job of pronouncing your name. Good evening to you, sir. Welcome from the UK. Welcome. Okay, so we are on Pilotedge, and it's really cool that this aircraft knows we're on Pilotedge and gives us a little Pilotedge logo there, which I think is really, really cool. Okay, so what are the things we need to look at is the ATIS, which is 1260. 126 transfer.
Orange County, John Wayne Information Victor. 2100 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable.
ATIS.
Visibility more
Victor.
than 10. Sky conditions 25,000 broken. Temperature 25. Dew point 17.
Broken at
Altimeter
250.
Arriving runway 20 right. Departing runway 20 right. 20 left. Advise on initial contact. You have Victor.
Information Victor. Victor. Willy Bob 89, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hey, I may not be able to teach you, but we can learn together. Or you can at least see me crash, right? Or get told off by ATC something terrible.
Orange County.
Orange County.
John Wayne Information Victor.
Victor.
2100 Zulu weather.
2100.
Wind light and variable. Visibility more than 10.
Yep.
Sky conditions 25,000 broken.
Yep.
Temperature 25. Dew point 17. Altimeter 2988. Arriving runway 20 right. Departing runways 20 right. 20 left. Advise on initial contact. You have Victor.
Alrighty, that's enough of that. We want John Wayne ground. Ooh, do we want? I'm just going to turn you off for a second, otherwise you're going to keep talking to me. So I'm going to have a very, very, very quick look here of the chart here, and up the top right-hand corner, it's got ground. We got west and east. So I dare say that we are on east. So we want 120. I don't know. We want clearance 1180. Not ready to go to ground yet. Okay, so we're on clearance delivery here. Before we do that, let's just have a quick brief of the weather. So this is a touch screen, which is really cool. So my mouse just here, click on this guy because I want to change the altimeter. We want 2988. Beautiful. And that's probably all we want right at this very moment. The wind from 2100 Zulu. We got local time. Can we change the screen? PFD. Where do I go to set up here? Great thing about Pilotedge is that you have a lot of sounding female, hot sounding female controllers. That's true, buddy. Well, at least they come across as female. Actually, one thing we might do is chuck the oh, we're gonna close the door. There we go. I'm just cautious about draining the battery here while we're doing this. Hopefully the generator's not too loud, guys. If it's too loud on the stream, let me know. There we go. Change the time to Zulu. Oh, damn voice this morning. Okay, so the wind is only the weather's only 5 or 6 minutes old, which is great. So we've got put the iPad back up here. So we've got looking at the weather here. We've got the ATIS is information Victor from 2100 Zulu, which is 6 minutes.
San Diego clearance, radio check.
Let's turn the volume down there.
Close radio clearance 555.
We'll just turn the volume off on those guys for a second. And the great thing about Pilotedge, guys, is when you compare it to something like Vatsim or something like that, the client really integrates nicely with the aircraft. So your volume knob that you've got, say, in X-Plane for Com1 is actually the volume knob for the client, and that's really, really cool. And for the first time in a long time, I think you can actually monitor and potentially broadcast on both channels. So that's really cool. Okay, so the wind here, we've got variable. We've got good visibility, broken at 25,000, so okay, it's not IFR today. The temperature is 2.5, the dew point of 1.7, we see 2.6 in the aircraft, so that's pretty aligned to the ATIS. The altimeter, not the QNH, the altimeter is 2988, which we've got set. Departing runways are both arriving runways 20 right, departing runways 20 right and 20 left. Information Victor. Alrighty, so what do we need to say to this guy? So,
Bravo 2625 Romeo, depart Oceanside heading 070, prefecture I lost runway 24 approach.
look at just give you an idea of traffic on Pilotedge at the moment. Look at what we got in the area.
John Wayne Tower, 733 Yankee Victor, holding short 20 left at Kilo.
Ooh, we got someone on. We got aircraft here. Where is he? There he is.
Back 733 Yankee Victor, John
Can
Wayne
you guys see him just here?
104, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 20 left at Kilo, 3 Yankee Victor.
There he goes. Off he goes.
Cessna, San Diego Center, correction, San Diego clearance, Cessna 616 Alpha Delta, I'd like to pick up an eye for our clearance to Palomar.
Okay. Hey.
Skyx 616 Alpha Delta, limit clearance, code of Palomar Airport on departure flighting 310. Radar vectors Oceanside direct, maintain 2000.
We're just going to sit here all day and listen to her instead.
Correction, expect 4,000 1 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 119.6 and squawk 7357.
Denim CFC, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Please feel free to ask any questions you'd like. Thanks for the support and the follow. Welcome. Where's it?
Head of Palomar, radar vectors direct, fly heading 310, 2000, 4000. 119.6 and squawk 7357.
Skyx 6 Alpha Delta, read back correct.
There he goes.
San Luis Tower, Skylane 20791 is 9 miles to the southwest, landing with Sierra.
Okay, so we are John Wayne clearance,
20791,
November
Tower.
585 Sierra Mike, IFR to John Wayne
you're inbound from the southwest.
Affirmative, southwest.
Where do we tell him we're for the I rating? I'll tell her where we're for the I
Report the
rating.
missile left downwind runway 29.
Arriving from Santa Maria.
791, okay, so you'd be southeast of the airport, Make sure to runway 29 and report 3 mile final.
Sorry guys, I'm just looking through where we tell him or tell her that we're for the I rating.
Landing runway 29, report a 3 mile final. 791.
Let's just search for rating.
Would you repeat that again, please?
For 20791, make straight in runway 29er, report 3 mile final.
Make straight in runway 29, report 3 miles.
Maybe they see it in my
Thank you.
maybe they see it in my ATC clearance here, because I put it in the remarks. Maybe that's good enough. John Wayne's departure Chinook. Maybe it's when we get airborne. So contact tower, over to tower, clear for takeoff, we take off. So Alright, well, we're just gonna rock and roll. I'm sure we'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Alright. Okay, so that's the ATIS.
Sky 3 Yankee Victor, contact SoCal departure.
Departure 3 Yankee Victor.
Oh, is he Milo? Well, there you go.
For 733 Yankee Victor, SoCal departure, radar contact, call and maintain 6000. For 8 Delta Lima, contact SoCal approach 128.1.
John Wayne clearance, good afternoon. Panthera November 585 Sierra Mike. IFI to John Wayne with Victor. Here we go. Or not.
San Luis Tower, Skylane 20791 is at 3 miles.
For 20791 Louis, correction, runway 29er, clear to land, wind 300 at 16.
Busy area for
Clear
traffic.
to land 791, runway 29.
For 550 Mike, John Wayne clearance, confirm aircraft type.
We'll just go Cirrus. Clearance, November 585 Sierra Mike. We're a Cirrus 22. That's right.
Another 50 Mike, roger. Clear to John Wayne Airport on departure, fly heading 220. Radar vectors, Seal Beach, direct, maintain 2000. Expect 3000, 17 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1 and squawk 1526.
Okay, clear to John Wayne, heading 220 vectors to Seal Beach, direct, climb initially 2,000 feet, expect 3,000 feet 10 minutes after departure, airborne 128.1 and squawk 1526, November 58 Sierra Mike. 585 Sierra Mike.
So it's 50 Mike, read that correct.
Oh, cool. Woohoo! Alright guys,
Sky 3 Yankee Victor, turn right,
we're over the hardest part.
360 and join Victor 8.
Let's turn you down a little bit. Okay, so we've been given heading 220, so let's go ahead and set that up now. To click on heading 220, it's really tough. We've been given 2,000 initially, 2,000, and we'll put 90 there for our climb out speed. So heading turn the flight director on, the roll's going to be heading, the pitch will be IAS. Let's go to the flight plan here, and we'll just chuck this in so we've got it on the map for a bit of situational awareness. So we're going from K Kilo. Willie Bob 89, thank you so much for the host, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. KSNA. Yep. We're going to SLI. And back to KSNA. Willie Bob, thank you for the support, buddy. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the host and the follow. Welcome to the channel. Please sing out if you think I'm doing anything wrong or you've got any questions, and I'll have a crack at trying to answer them. Okay, so we're going back to KSNA. There we go. Okay, so if we look at our little plan here.
Straight in 26 left report 3 mile final 8 Delta Lima.
So we're just going out here, getting vectors back around, and we'll come back onto the ILS approach. So it's fairly straightforward. Looking at the iPad here, we've got 220 for vector. So heading initially 220, then we'll expect vectors for to SLI direct, and then 2,000 feet is what we're going to climb up to initially. Expect 3,000 a little bit later on. Airborne's going to be 1281 and squawk 1526. So if we go here, we'll just turn you on there. Code 1526. 526, which we've now got set on the standby. There we go. You're doing fab, bud, enjoying it. Well, mate, we're about to start the engine, so that's typically where the wheels fall off the wagon, so we'll see how we go. Okay, so we can turn you off. We're going to go to the chart again here, and we want ground, so we want east. So I dare say if north is directly up, we're on the eastern side of the field, so we want 1208. 1208, transfer.
Sky 6 Alpha Delta runway 27, taxi via Charlie.
We haven't got...
via Charlie, 616.
Yeah, mic selected and monitor, yep, that's what we wanted. Let's get Seal Beach configured here, SLI, waypoint info, and let's set as COM 1. There we go, so at least we've got it set.
Taxi via Alpha to transient parking by this frequency.
Okay, looking good. Okay.
Delta Lima, having a dive runway 26 left, clear to land, wind variable at 4.
Direct line 26 left wing, Delta Lima, thank you.
Torrance ground, Scott 550 Echo Mike's at transit information Mike requesting northbound departure for the mini route.
I thought we just had a plane there when I was looking. Okay, maybe not.
Send me a Skyhawk, November 550 Echo Mike.
Alrighty, let's get going. So we're going to turn the avionics off. We want the key. There's no key in the ignition. So down here, and look what we see. Set of keys. Close you. So what are we going to do? We want recog on, fuel pump on. Clear prop. Oh, we probably need to turn you off. Are you kicking over? What have I done wrong? You're on, you're on, you're on. Master, fuel pump. Fuel is on. Do we need to get rid of... we probably need to get rid of those first. Alright, we'll get rid of those. Fine, be like that. There we go. Started. Alright, fuel pump off, avionics back on.
Roger. 025 Romeo, you are 3.5 miles from Moscow, turn right heading 210, maintain 3,500.
Do a bit of a run up here on the bay.
Runway 24 approach.
Checking for a mag drop. Yep. Yeah, that's cool. Alrighty, all looking good. Okay, so quick oxygen test. Yep. I think we're ready to taxi. Alrighty, so John Wayne ground, November 5850 Mike. One of the things we were going to do before we started the engine was get another coffee, but we seem to have progressed past that point. So oh well, we'll just rock and roll. We need to turn the transponder on for this airport. So the transponder is now on. Let's turn the volume up there so we don't talk over anyone. Found what I did wrong last night on approach into NZQN. Forgot to hit approach button. That might have done it, Milo. Transient parking. Okay. John Wayne ground. Good afternoon. November 5850 Mike. Transient parking for taxi with Victor.
Sure, 5850 Mike, John Wayne ground, runway 20 left, taxi at Alpha, Hotel Charlie Kilo.
Okay, 20 left by Alpha, Hotel Charlie and Kilo. 850 Mike. Okay, let's just have a quick look at where the frick that is. So let's bring the ground shot up here. So we're down here, obviously. So we need to go via Alpha. So we're going to 20 left. So we're going down to this guy just here. So via Alpha. Alpha. 2-1.
Sorry, Delta Lima, taxi
Charlie
Liberty,
Kilo.
Foxtrot, remain this frequency.
Parking Foxtrot this frequency, thank you, Delta Lima.
I don't see Charlie, do you? Oh, Charlie there. Ah, okay, she wants us to go up here and down the little one, Charlie, and on a Kilo. Okay, so Alpha Hotel, yeah, so she wants us to go down here on Alpha, jump onto Hotel, jump onto Charlie, and down onto Kilo, which is here. That makes perfect sense. Not really. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's clear the warnings here, dismiss those, back, landing light on for a bit of extra light, off there. Check the brakes. Skiddy plays, can I join you? Sure.
Data Tower, Cessna 616 Alpha Delta, holding shuttle runway 27 at Charlie 2, ready for departure.
For 616 Alpha Delta, Limburg Tower, runway 27, clear for takeoff, wind 2707.
Skiddy plays, welcome to the channel, buddy. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27 at Charlie 2, and fly heading 270, 616 Alpha Delta.
Your 25 Romeo, contact Palomar Tower, 118.6.
What's your stream name? So do you mean my call sign?
67436 Romeo, contact Yuma, approach 125.55.
Let's just have a bit of a look here at the chart. So we're going up to Hotel, so we've got a little bit further to go. Just
San Diego Tower, Cessna 616 Alpha Delta, just want to confirm, did you say fly heading 270 or winds are 270?
For 616 Alpha Delta, wind 270 at 7.
Roger, 616 Alpha Delta.
Oh, Steam. Sorry, Steam.
Palomar Tower, Robin 2625 Romeo is inbound LS with India.
Skiddy, I'm not
Robin
on Steam, buddy, at
2625
the moment.
Romeo, Palomar Tower, wind 24010,
You follow
runway
my detail
24
below,
for the
though,
land.
just the information.
Code ran runway 2425 Romeo.
We go around to the right here, and then we go on to Hotel.
6733 Yankee Victor, contact clear, call approach 135.4.
We're here on Pilotedge, Skiddy.
6736 Romeo, Yuma approach, Yuma altimeter 2970.
Hotel. Yep, it is. That's the start of the runway, so we want to go to the right down here. And we should now be on
616 Alpha Delta, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 4000.
Charlie, which you can see on the map there.
Climb maintain 4000, 616 Alpha Delta.
This is X-Plane, buddy. This is X-Plane on Pilotedge. So we're on Charlie, yeah. And they gave us Kilo. There's a bit of a rough taxiway here. Okay, so Kilo's the one we want, so we're now coming up to that guy now. Should be the next left.
Cessna 32 Alpha, 3 mile right base.
Ah, you're yeah, you got a different simulator there, Skiddy. Do you fly on Pilotedge at all, buddy?
Air 47332 Alpha. Structure was straight in. Are you on base or final?
Okay, this is what we want.
Correction on final.
Air 47332 Alpha, runway 29 clear to land, wind 30016.
Cleared to land, runway 29, Cessna 332 Alpha.
Hey Echo, how you going, buddy? We are flying the lovely Panthera here by Aerobask. It's a fantastic aircraft here, and we're doing our We're doing one of our instrument ratings on Pilotedge. Skitty, I've graduated from that sim, buddy. Okay, we want tower now. Wrong way. So what do we... It's a good question. What tower frequency do we want here? So CTAF 20 left, 20 right. We're given 2. We want 1199. That's what it looks like to me. 1199. And our airborne frequency after that is 1281. Oh, enter. 128. Okay.
6 off Delta, clear direct ocean side.
Again, not doing that. Neat. I'm curious to see how ratings work for Pilotedge.
6 Alpha Delta, clear direct ocean side.
Echo, I don't think they do. I think they're a bit more laid back. And you can do it.
Direct ocean side.
And you can kind of not do it on this as well, but it helps you. And these guys are real air traffic controllers, so they give you a hard time if you get it wrong. So I don't want to cock it up, basically. Okay, so let's get airborne here.
Torrance ground, Scott 550, to Michael, and short runway 29 right.
So tower. So 1268. We're 20 left. Yeah.
5850 Mike, John Wayne Tower, wind 21011, runway 20 left to kilo, clear for takeoff.
John Wayne clearance velocity, so let's pick up IFR, San Francisco.
John Wayne Tower, November 585 Sierra Mike is short at 20 left on kilo, ready for I-5 departure.
585 Sierra Mike, John Wayne Tower, wind 210 at 11, runway 20 left to kilo, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 85 Sierra Mike. Alright, clear for takeoff.
Tower, 25 Romeo, clear the exit to San Francisco International Airport, Hero 3 departure, AK transition at
clear right, clear left.
City maintain 7000.
Strobe on.
Expect flight level 280, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 44.
Sure, we switch the tanks, right? That's one thing we do.
Here to departure, IK transition outbound, climb view set, maintain 7000, expect 280, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1.
Alright guys, no turning back now.
Gate 77, right back track.
Palmer Tower, 25 Romeo is clearly active at Alpha 3, taxi to transient.
God help us.
025 Romeo, taxi to Park at Alpha, remain this frequency past for the I-1. I'm sorry, I-2.
Gear up.
This frequency to Alpha, thank you very much.
Torrance Tower, Scott 550, to Michael, short runway 29 right.
Skag 733 Yankee Victor, Circle Push. Not sure if you checked in yet. Ontario altimeter 2988. Here 3 Yankee Victor, Roger. Do you have a bridge question in Santa Monica?
Whew. I grabbed it. Okay, so over
Yankee Victor, Starfish approach, runway 21.
Contact tower. 1281.
November 3 Yankee Victor, expect visual approach runway 21. 050 Mike, contact SoCal departure.
SoCal departure 850 Mike, see ya.
Skag 6 Alpha Delta, are you with me?
ATC a touch loud, alrighty. Okay, there's 2000, so we'll just
616 Alpha Delta, just confirming you did copy clear direct ocean side. Advise your weather for Palomar, say approach request.
SoCal departure, good morning, Cirrus November 585 Sierra Mike with you 2000. Heading 220.
06 Alpha Delta, there is no runway 27 at Palomar, it's just runway 24 is the runway in use currently. Are you looking for the RNAV runway 24 approach? Yeah, no worries. For 5850 Mike, circuit departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 3000.
Climb 3000, 85 Sierra Mike. 585 Sierra Mike.
Who else was calling?
3000, okay, so 3000 on you, enter, we'll go to 140 on you, pitch is going to be IA.
There's 32 Alpha, taxi departing via Alpha, remain this frequency, have a great day, pass for the Cat 2.
Up we go to 3000. Traffic, what do we got? Ooh.
There's 36 Romeo, contact Albuquerque Center 128.45, 2845. Let's gauge 77, John ground, push onto Alpha, approved, tell south, expect runway 20 left, correction, runway 20 right.
I'm just going to write my call sign down because I keep forgetting it.
Number 50 Mike, turn right, heading 020.
020, 85 Sierra Mike. Okay, so Seal Beach is directly ahead of us there.
258 Cameo ground, runway 26, taxi via Foxtrot Alpha.
Okay, so there's 3000.
6 Alpha Delta, so there's two RNF approaches for runway 24. There's a Yankee, or I'm sorry, X-ray or Zulu or a Yankee, actually there's three. Can you specify which one you're looking for?
Okay, so she's turned us back this way.
For 6 Alpha Delta, Roger, where do you want to take the approach from, or are you just looking for vectors
How pretty that looks.
approach course?
The ortho just looks amazing. Look at the beach.
Correct 6 Alpha Delta, turn right, heading 055, sector RNAV, runway 24 approach, and expect the approach from Canuck. There's 6 Alpha Delta, fly heading 055, vector RNAV, Yankee, runway 24 approach. Expect the approach from Canuck.
Wasn't for us, was it?
3 Yankee Victor, contact SoCal approach,
Is Ortho tough to install? No, Echo, it's a little bit fiddly, but once you know it, it's easy. What I might do is I might do a bit of a video on it later on and upload it maybe today. It's really straightforward. Once you've done it once or twice, it's easy.
Let's get 877, Jolly Ground, runway 20 right, taxi via Alpha Lima, hold short, runway 20 left at Lima.
So there's John Wayne. She's just putting us on pretty much a big circuit here for the ILS. So let's go and get that set up here. Let's get ahead of the aircraft. So if we go flight plan here, KSNA, load arrival, the ILS for 20 right, no star, no transition, and we're not going to go from Seal Beach, so we'll just go straight there. There we go. There's our Lemon and Hem.
550 Echo Mike, Torrance Tower, runway 29 right. Clear for takeoff on course approved, wind 270.
I will do one for you, buddy, that's fine. I'll do one for you. Am I not coming through loud enough? Do I need to turn my mic volume up a little bit or the game down a little bit? Okay, let's...
050, make say approach request.
November 585 Sierra Mike, request vectors for the ILS approach runway 20 right. Five by 5 now, thanks Echo.
050 Mike, roger, expect that.
505 Sierra Mike. Okay, so we've been told to expect it. So let's have a look at the chart here, guys. If the chart will come up. There we go. So looking at the chart here, you can see us obviously flying along beside us. So there's the ILS. So there's the ILS just here. Oh yeah, Echo, I'll upload a video, I'll do a video on it for you. I've been meaning to do a video for that for ages. So we're going to fly pretty much down the approach. You can see we've got Lemon and her Hookum on the plan here at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the aircraft set up now. So the ILS we want is 11775. So if we look here, we'll just chuck that down there. We'll flip that one. The course we want is course 196. We want to identify that. So
here, 541 Delta Lima.
3 dots. Okay.
The departure frequency 134.2, squawk 2720.
You're very welcome, Echo. If you go to youtube.com/DJSean00, it'll be up there later today. Or I might even just do it on Twitch. But I always tuck them up on
Delta Lima, is that correct?
Well, we're seeing it, but I can't hear it. Maybe it's just because I've got the volume set right. So the course is 196. The minimums for the approach we can see for the ILS is 255.
Approach Burbank, altimeter 2988. It's going to maintain 4,000. And not sure why you turned your shift to remain on Victor 186. However, you can continue present heading. Expect visual approach runway 2. Correction, expect visual approach runway 21. Present.
Well, so far so good, guys. We're doing all right.
Yankee Victor, affirmative. 050 Mike, fly heading 080.
Right heading 08085. Sorry, 505 Sierra Mike.
Let's get 877, John Wayne Tower, cross runway 20 left of Lima, runway 20 right, clear for takeoff, wind 27014.
I love it that they put the labels.
Mike, frequency change approved.
I love that they it puts me the KSNA departure, it gives me a little text there, it gives me a little...
Number 50 Mike, you're 3 miles from Snake, turn right, heading 170. Maintain 3000 to establish localizer. Cleared ILS runway 20 right approach.
Right heading 170, cleared for the ILS approach, maintain 3000, fully established November 5850 Mike. Cock that up, that approach. Okay, so we've been cleared for the approach, that's going to be our intercept heading. So we want to go, no, we need Mac, we need autopilot, the roll will be nav, which we're doing now. The pitch will be approach, which will go into standby. It's a really nice vector onto the approach there, wow.
Bravo 50 Echo Mike, Hawthorne Tower. Remain outside Bravo airspace, report over the 405 and Hawthorne Freeway, VFR 2500, squawk 6477. Sirius 50 Mike, contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
Tower 1268, 5850 Mike.
Correct, Yankee Victor, Santa Monica Airport off your sun to 11 o'clock, 12 miles, reporting site. That's Yankee Victor, Santa maintain 3000.
1268, there we go.
Wells Gate 77, contact circuit departure.
Circuit departure 877.
John Wayne Tower, November 585 Sierra Mike is ILS runway 20 right.
Wells Gate 77, circuit departure, radar contact, climb via 6 at maintain 4000. 5850 Mike, John Wayne Tower, wind 21011, runway 20 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 505 Sierra Mike.
That's 3 Yankee Victor, do you have still in sight? It's now off your, after 10 o'clock and 11 miles. That's 3 Yankee Victor, cleavage approach, runway 21, 5 mile final, contact tower 120.1.
Okay, so that's, we're flying down the approach now. If you want to have a look at the chart, guys, you can see us flying down the approach now.
Good ground, Cliffs 117 Alpha Lima, IFR to Palomar with information Yankee.
So 117 Alpha Lima, Santa Monica ground, you said IFR to Palomar?
That is correct.
Ground.
Orange Tower, Scott 550, the Mike, over the 401 at 2500.
West.
30 Mike, contact LA helicopters 119.8.
Ground East 120.
119.8. Strictly. Los Angeles Tower, Scott 550, Echo Mike is 2 miles south.
Look at the traffic there. Wow.
Looks 550 Mike, LA helicopters, altimeter 2990, ident.
How come sometimes you can hear the pilots ring back and sometimes you can't? So Echo, sometimes the
Gate
controllers
77,
will
contact
broadcast
circle,
on multiple frequencies,
27.4.
but because we're not on the frequency that the pilot they're talking to, we don't hear the guy calling back. That's
Okay,
normal.
550 Echo Mike, your radar contact, clear through Los Angeles Bravo airspace via the mini route, maintain VFR 2500 while inside Bravo
Is
airspace.
that a police car going down there?
Maintain VFR 2500, please do airspace 0, Echo Mike.
117 Alpha Lima, clear to Palomar Airport. On departure fly heading, on departure fly runway heading till crossing the Los Angeles 310 radial. Then a right turn, heading 250. Radar vectors Santa Monica VOR. Santa Monica 125 radial.
Jeez, what a departure is that?
To the Santa Catalina 360 radial.
Oh, it's slow up here.
Santa Catalina,
Gear down.
as filed.
Running light on.
Maintain 3000. Expect 1000 when 0 minutes after
Right,
departure.
check.
Departure frequency
One set just
125.2. Squawk 2162. Hold your read back.
God, hold your read back. Don't read it all back. That was a mouthful, that departure.
Oscar 77, SoCal approach Catalina altimeter 2995, climb and maintain 16,000, contact Los Angeles Center 128.6.
Yeah, okay, I'm not exactly sure, buddy. Maybe it's just a limitation of how they do it on Pilotedge.
36 Alpha Delta, turn right, heading 340 to center, maintain 3,500.
Fuel pump on.
340 down, 3,500, 6 Alpha Delta.
Alrighty, let's
36 Alpha Delta, confirm it's a left turn, please. Left turn, heading 340.
Yep, left turn, 340, 616 Alpha Delta. Van Nuys ground, November 541 Delta Lima, ready for
it's got
taxi.
a very long nose on it.
Here, 541 Delta Lima, Van Nuys
so you
ground,
sit
runway
quite far
16 right,
back.
taxi at Alpha Charlie.
So when you're hand flying it like this, when you're coming into a
runway
approach,
16 right, via Alpha Charlie, 541 Delta Lima.
My DCS friends who fly the Mirage will definitely know what I'm talking about when you come in to land in the Mirage. Never heard hold your read back before. Well, she was talking for about 5 minutes ago.
Santa Monica Tower, 733 Yankee Victor, 5 mile final, visual runway 21.
I didn't get it. Did she, was that a departure she was
36
giving?
Alpha
I
Delta
missed the
T,
part of the
turn
first part
clear
of it.
direct Canuck, cross Canuck at 3,500, cleared RNAV Yankee runway 24 approach.
Oh, my headset battery.
Continue on, heading.
Continue.
Direct to Canuck at 3,500, clear for the on-nav runway 24 Yankee, 616
Big
Alpha Delta.
freeway just there.
00 Echo Mike, what radio are you tracking in Santa Monica? Here's 7 Alpha Lima, go ahead.
On departure, fly runway heading to
It was departure to
LAX,
intercept an outbound
310
radial.
radial,
Yeah, sound
right
rocket.
turn at 250. Radar vector, Santa Monica VOR 125 radial, to the 360 radial at Santa Catalina, to Santa Catalina, and then as filed, maintain 3,000. 1000, 10 minutes after departure, frequency 125.2, squawking 2162. Hopefully I got that right, 7 Alpha Lima.
You did it right,
Chris
buddy.
7 Alpha Lima, readback is correct. Just an amendment on the departure heading. After the Los Angeles 310 radial, it'll be a heading of 265. Expect runway 21, advisory taxi.
265, 7 Alpha Lima, thanks for that.
Santa Monica Tower, 733 Yankee Victor, 3 mile final, full stop with Yankee.
Correct, 73 Yankee Victor, Santa Monica Tower, wind 2209 and runway 21, clear to land.
Clear to land runway 21, 3 Yankee Victor.
Los Gate 77, contact Los Angeles Center 133.55.
She's so busy, she's flat out.
Okay, 550, go Mike. It's going to be a fail for the Cat 10. Number one, you did not track the Santa Monica 128 radial. You were, it looks like you were more of a, like a 132 or a 130, 135 or something like that. I showed you about a mile to the left, of course, the entire time.
A mile left, of course.
Also, once you exit the Bravo, it's an automatic, it's like a pre-coordination with the Santa Monica Tower, and since you're under radar services, if you enter the Delta, you're not violating any airspace, because that is pre-coordinated, especially for the mini route. So there's no reason to do 360s or try to avoid the airspace. If anything, a 360 like that might make more of a hassle because traffic follows behind you. You are leaving the Bravo airspace. Radio services are terminated. Contact Santa Monica Tower 120.1.
Yep, you failed.
120.1. Thanks for the help.
John Wayne Ground, November 585 Sierra Mike. We're off on hotel for transient parking.
You're 90258 Cameo Tower. Just FYI, your distortion is very overpowering. Just FYI. Runway 26, clear for takeoff. Left close traffic approved. Report misled each time.
9258.
Left gate 77 Los Angeles Center. Climb and maintain flight level 280.
1208, is that what we're on? 1208, yeah, ground.
Here it's 5 Sierra Mike. Taxi to park via Hotel Alpha. Cross runway 20 left at Hotel. Remain this frequency. Pass for the I-1.
Yeah, we passed! So transient parking via Hotel and Alpha, cross 20 left, and we'll stay this frequency. Yay! 585 Sierra Mike.
Track 6 Alpha Delta, contact Palomar Tower 118.6.
118.6, 616 Alpha Delta.
Santa Monica Tower.
Left.
0550 Echo Mike, request northbound transition to Van Noise.
Okay, 550 Echo Mike, Santa Monica Tower. Altimeter 2990. And squawk VFR and frequency change approved.
2990, squawk VFR, frequency change approved, 0, Echo Mike.
Van Nuys Tower, November 541 Delta Lima, hold shoulder, runway 16 right at Delta, ready for takeoff.
Care 541 Delta Lima, Van Nuys Tower. Runway 16 right, clear for takeoff, 1110 at 8.
Yeah, you can get I-5.
Clear for takeoff.
Okay, yeah.
541 Delta Lima.
You can submit an I-5 flight plan.
That's the 616 Alpha Delta on
Can
the
execute it from the
Stadium for
ground.
runway 24.
And fly an IFR approach.
You're 616 Alpha Delta, Palomar Tower, wind 240 at 10, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, 616 Alpha Delta.
Time for the next one, yeah, damn right.
Santa Monica Tower, Cessna 732, Yankee Victor Kilo, runway 21 at Alpha 3.
03 Yankee Victor, taxi to parking via Alpha. Remain this frequency. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Taxi to parking via Alpha, this frequency, and 3 Yankee Victor.
9258 at Beam Tower.
9258, runway 26, clear for the option.
You don't have to echo, but they highly
Clear for the option,
recommend it.
9258.
And with all real air traffic controllers, I think you get a bit of a hard time if you don't. So I think they highly recommend it. That operate you go through the 11 courses before you start operating yourself, just random, unless you're certified. So yeah, not being an instrument rated pilot, I thought I'd jump on the idea to do it. Alrighty, so we'll go here, menu, delete, plan, avionics off, off, landing light off, shutting it down. Oh, I get the doors open, it's hot. There we go. How do I get my keys back? There we go. There we go, keys are there. And off. Chocks out. There we go, guys. Welcome back. We've done our first rating in the beautiful Panthera, but we just call it a Cirrus because no one knows what the hell it is on ATC. Alrighty, so having a bit of a look back over the iPad here. So yeah, need to learn my call sign. November 585 Sierra Mike. 585 Sierra Mike. So we flew. So John Wayne, Seal Beach. We didn't get to Seal Beach. We got vectors for the ILS approach at 3000 for runway 20. the vectors we got. Sorry, our ATIS here, and then we got our clearance there, taxi clearance there, takeoff clearance there, and taxi back to the bay with that guy there. OP uses real air traffic controllers. Didn't know that. Yeah, they're real air traffic controllers, buddy. Yeah. So that's why I've listened to them. So at work, while I've just been working away, you can download a little application that allows you to listen to frequencies on Pilotedge in real time, as well as recordings from the previous day. And I just choose the recording that's got the biggest download size, and that's generally about an hour, 2 hours long. And I just sit there and you can tell the guys who are real pilots, definitely without a shadow of a doubt, and you can tell the guys that are either real pilots or they're doing they've done their ratings and they know the different airspace, they know how to communicate. They're not thrown by SIDS and like departures like that cross LA radial at whatever, and then off to Seal Beach, and then they do that really, really well. But then you hear the simulator guys, and then you hear the guys that have just rocking and rolling, and they get torn to shreds. So I wouldn't want to be that. So apparently, I'm just going to chuck the avionics switch back on, because apparently we need to stay online until we see ourselves come up on the website as doing a rating. There we go. I got it. Ooh, we can disconnect now. Let's just turn. I wonder, do they come from ATC job or log into PC? Yeah, it's an interesting. Hey, Robbie. Oh, Robbie, sorry, I missed you there. Hey, buddy. Your HOTAS came today. Congratulations. Good job. What HOTAS did you get? I wonder, do they come home from their ATC job and log on to... Yeah, so that's a good question. It's one way to, I guess, keep current, but you do your day job, you come home, you want to do your day job again? Oof, that's rough. Alrighty, well, let's just very quickly have a look here. I'll turn the iPad off. And if we bring up the Pilotedge website, guys, who is that guy right there? Woo! I got the first rating. So that is good news. Alrighty. So, what we're going to do is, there's a couple of things that are about to happen. So, we've done the I1 rating, which is absolutely fantastic. We're going to do the I2 rating, which is flying between two airports. So, we're actually not going to come back here, which is really cool. And then the I3 is from this airport again. So what we might do is we might turn around and just come scooting straight back. So hopefully pass, quickly scoot around and come back, and then we'll do the I rating 3 from here, which is a little bit more difficult. So what I will do is I need to change my headset battery because it's dying. Need to get a coffee and need to play a little video from our charity. So I'll get that underway in just a minute, and then we'll turn around and get cracking for the I2 rating. So Rob, you got a Thrustmaster T Flight HOTAS X. It's just a cheap one because I don't have the money to buy anything expensive. Robbie, that's cool. That's enough to get you by, buddy. So congratulations on your purchase. It should do you pretty well. That's why I choose to fly in the sim instead of controlling. I control enough. I want to fly. Echo, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree with you. Oh, Milo, that's potentially true. I know a lot of them are real air traffic controllers. So yes, I think you're probably right. It's probably a mix. They do get paid to do it. Well done, DJ. Great flight and great little plane. Thanks, Leroy. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, it is a great little plane. It's a frickin' fast little plane, and it runs on the smell of an oily rag. If you go to their website, if you go to Aerobask Panthera, and then you get the proper name of the Panthera, because Aerobask is the guys that simulated it, but you get the proper name for it. I think it starts with P something, and then you go to their website, and this thing climbs high, it climbs fast, it cruises fast, and it runs on the smell of an oily rag. So it's in about $550,000. I think it's a steal. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Alrighty, so like I said, up next, I'm going to take a very quick break here for maybe two or 3 minutes while I change the battery, get a coffee, and and get set up. So we're going to be flying the next flight, so we'll brief it when I get back, but I'll see you all in just a few minutes.
This is life. Life in a day of cancer. That's Ange. She keeps people safe from the sun. There's Tom. He always forgets to put his hat on. And Molly's helping people smile again. Sometimes people need a place to stay, or someone like Bill to take them places. Then there's the science people, the community groups, the volunteers, and all the people who listen. There's even special times to tell loved ones how much they're missed. And places for people affected by cancer to talk to each other. And tomorrow, with your help, we all start again.
The second I touch you, can't say what, but there's something about you. It should be this easy. I'm alive if I'm coming closer, standing with you. I know what this sofa be the housekeeper.
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with me during that little that little break. So more importantly, we've got some fresh coffee. Okay. Robbie, it looks pretty good. Yeah, it does, buddy. It's a really nice. This is obviously Explain 11. It's got a few tweaks and bits and bobs to it, and got the satellite scenery for the whole region of the US that Pilotedge operate in. So you can see it is very, very, very detailed and absolutely really beautiful to fly around. I thought Australia was pretty nice to fly around, but it's got the States is, I don't know. It's doing me well so far, so I'm not going to complain too much about it. Alrighty, so we're on to the next one, which is absolutely awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly sign into Pilotedge here and just see if I get anything in my account saying congratulations, rah rah rah. No, you're on a trial account. That's no, you don't really get anything saying this is your history or anything like that. That's all right. Okay, we'll just rock and roll with that then. Okay, so what do we want to do here? We want back to our ratings. Let's bring the window up here. There we go. So we have done this one. Yay! Now we're on to this guy here. So it's a short IFR flight from John Wayne to KCRQ, which is something. It is to Carlsbad. Yeah, we're going to Carlsbad. Which we need to edit because I stuffed that up. There we go. Beautiful. So it's a really short flight along the coast, which is really cool. If we just, what I want to do, I want to go back to you. And if we turn you off, if we put the charts up here, you can see this little guy just here. So it's a relatively short flight from the going south towards San Diego, not quite that far down, but straight down here to Carlsbad, which is pretty cool. From memory, we do need to jump on an airway, a low airway. So we'll definitely have a look at that and brief that and make sure that we're completely across that before we do it. Alrighty, so let's have a little bit of a look here. So the short flight, so Carlsbad. Okay, so IFR flight from John Wayne to Carlsbad to shoot the ILS approach for runway 24 approach. So the learning objectives here are intercept and track a VOR radial. Okay, yep. Intercept a Victor Airways on low en route chart. Yeah, that's cool. So flying the ratings, you've got to file an IFR flight plan. You've got to fly the IFR flight plan, request vectors for the ILS approach runway 24 final approach course. Inform ATC on initial contact at John Wayne, which is what we didn't do before, but they got it anyway. I think they got it from the remarks, is that we're performing the I2. So we'll make sure that we definitely put that in the remarks, and I don't want to miss putting that in, or at least telling them this time around. So the rating description, so piston aircraft should fly V23 OCN for the route with an en route altitude of 5,000 feet. Got to remember that we're not VFR, 5,500. We're IFR, so 5,000. This is the published preferred route for slow and fast piston aircraft from SNA to CRQ. Turboprop or jet aircraft should fly to V25 Pacific to V208 to Oceania at 7,000 instead. In later ratings, we'll learn more about those and where to find these routes. For now, that's the route we're going to fly. So we're going to fly V23 OCN. So we're going to have a look at the chart and just double check that. So what is V23? So let me just bring up SkyVector here. Okay, so I think so I put a little flight plan in there and I put that wrong, so let's delete that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so looking at this chart here, we are here at the top here, and then we're going to jump on a radial and jump on the Victor 23 straight down to here. So obviously the airport here is not on the Victor 23 low airways, so we would fly out, jump on the 120 radial, and onto the Victor 23 and fly down there. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. So we're definitely going to be departing straight for the Victor 23 radial. So that'll be interesting to see how we go there. Whether we'll get assigned a heading for takeoff. Need to head out for a bit. Can you whisper? Yeah, Echo, I can definitely do that, buddy. Absolutely. Take care, buddy. I'll see you again soon. Takeoff, we'll be flying 220, so it's going to be heading this way to the southwest, and then we're going to jump on the Victor 23 radial down here via Oceanside. Yep, and then to Carlsbad for the ILS approach right there. So that seems fairly straightforward. So Victor 23, what is Victor 23? No worries, Echo, buddy. I'll see you again soon. How awesome is that, Sean? Flying X-Plane 11 even in 2D. What do you mean, Milo? What's awesome? You mean just X-Plane or? So what is the V23? For pistons, our filed route reads V23 Ocean, so we need to make sure that we file that. V23 is a low altitude airway, a vector airway, hence the V code. So V means Victor, sorry, and that's a VFR one. Not VFR one, a low airway. Running from Seal Beach, SLI, down to Oceanside, and obviously we're not departing from Oceanside, so we need to get onto it. And we do that by setting the Seal Beach VOR heading radial 120, and then we'll see the line coming in on our VOR, and then outbound we'll be flying, and we just need to make sure obviously that we're flying southeast. These airways form the backbone of the low altitude en route structure in the National Airspace System. V23 runs southeast out of SLI Seal Beach along the 120 radial, like we've said, all the way to Oceanside, and then continuing to the southeast. In the real world, you would be required to have current low en route charts to fly IFR. Well, lucky enough we do. These charts depict the airways, intersections, published holds, minimum en route altitudes, and other information needed to safely fly IFR. You can access interactive versions of required en route, low en route charts at skyvector.com. Alright, we don't worry about the video. So this is going to be the transcript again. So we're just going to have a bit of a look through here. Yeah, I'm in IFR to Carlsbad. We get the clearance. That's our clearance. Okay, so just interesting to note here, they've given a heading initial 175, and they've said vectors to 23 then as filed. Okay, so they're going to vector us to that low airway. Well, in this scenario, in the transcript, they do. Okay, that's cool. Then it's taxi. Yeah, but Kilo are ready to go. They give us the wind, we take off. They tell us contact social departure, have a good SoCal departure, we contact SoCal departure again. SoCal departure radar contact reaching 3010 left, yep. Join the V23 and then resume our navigation. So that's going to be up to us to get ourselves on that 120 radial, which is the Victor 23 out of Seal Beach, and then fly down to Carlsbad. Okay, that's cool. And then we swap frequencies. Okay, so one of the things we need to make sure that we do on this flight is take a sip of coffee. But get the ATIS for the other airport, so we need to make sure that we do that. And we'll do that as we get closer to Oceanside to make sure that we've got the latest wind and the latest weather. And then, so when we contact the next controller, we need to make sure that we give them the weather, otherwise they'll give us the weather, or they'll ask us if we have the weather. Interesting. They don't say. Well, where do we give them? I'm just wondering. Because when on the last flight, the lovely lady asked me for what approach we want, and I guess we'll probably get that again this time as well. So let's just have a look at the required materials. So we need an airport ground chart here, or airport facility chart for John Wayne, which we do have. We got a low en route chart depicting the SLI V23 Oceanside route we do. Which we do. We even got it on Navigraph chart desktop, which is pretty cool. We need an approach chart for Carlsbad ILS runway 24, and we need a airport facility diagram for that one, which we've got. We have it all. But one of the things we're going to do is we're just going to get a MESAR here for KCRQ. KCRQ. Alrighty, so the MESAR we've got here is 250 at 8. Well, that's nice. We can use runway 24. The wind is 210 variable to 28. The sky condition is 4. There's haze. Its temperature is 23. Dew point of 17. Altimeter 2988. Remarks. We don't need to worry about any of that. Ooh. Oh, I need to brush up on some of this stuff. So A02, it means it's got it's got a precipitation sensor. That's right. T0. Decode. Got it here. T. Ugh, I can't remember what that means. SLP. No, I can't remember what that is. Maybe someone on the stream will know, but I don't know that one. But that's okay. We'll rock and roll with it anyway. Okay, so let's get started here. So we need to go and lodge a flight plan. So let's get you turned off. We'll go here, Pilotedge, file flight plan. We're going from there to KCRQ. We're going V23 to OCN. We're doing the I2. Oop. I2. An alternate for us will be nice. KMYF. Yeah, KMYF. This is not going to take, again, we'll put an hour in there. We've got 4 hours of fuel. We've got heaps of fuel. Cirrus C22. What is Cirrus SR22 code? SR22, yeah, okay, we don't want to put C22, we want to put SR22. We're not in a Cirrus, but no one knows what a Panthera is, so it's probably just easier if we do it like this. Okay, I think that's probably pretty good. So, KSNA, no, we want 5,000. This is even, east is odd, we're heading east, and that's odd is 5,000, TASA 160, file IFR. Okay, so let's get cranking here. Let's get the iPad up here. So that's the I01. Let's go here and we'll go new and we'll call the I-02. Hey Anis, how you going, buddy? Welcome to the stream, buddy. We're sitting here, we're doing our instrument ratings on Pilotedge, mate. So we're flying civilian today. There's no jets. No, we're not in Vegas today, buddy. We are in we're in California, flying south towards San Diego today. You can see that there's someone on approach here. You can see there's that Cessna, maybe that Cessna that was that took off before. He's on his way back now as well, by the looks of it. So there he goes. What's up, Las Vegas, LA? Can you fly all over the world? Yeah, and yes, you definitely can, buddy. You can fly all over the world. All of the world is modelled. We need to put some grids in here. That grid there, yeah, that works pretty well. So we're going to again be November 585 Sierra Mike. That is our call sign. Today we are flying from KSNA B23 OCN to KCRQ at 5,000 feet. There we go. Can I spend my points on a location? Oh, yes, I hadn't thought about doing that as an offering. Absolutely you can, buddy. Unfortunately for this stream, I'm doing a bunch of rating classifications, so a bit pre-planned at the moment. I've got to fly between 2 waypoints, get assessed and all that sort of stuff, so I can't really shift at the moment. But that's a fantastic idea, and I'm going to put that in, buddy, so you can do that. Alrighty, so what we want to do is get some weather. Let's get some weather here first, eh? Nightbot again. You know what, Anis? Let me turn that off for you. Let me turn that off because I was meant to do that last time. Let me get that for you, buddy. No music for today, Anis, unfortunately. I've got to there you go, buddy. That should be off now. I've got to concentrate and listen to air traffic control. There you go, buddy. I think I've turned it off now, mate. So you should be good. Okay, so let's get some ATIS here. So looking at our charts, I'll just get some John Wayne charts up again. Sid, no, we don't. We want taxi U there. So the ATIS is 1260. I am not alone, so my nurse is sleeping on my nurse are sleeping. What do you mean, buddy? Who's sleeping on your hand? Okay, so let's get you turned on here. Avionics.
36 Alpha Delta, do you have approach request into San Diego?
Doctor. Oh, that's right. I know you were sick, buddy. How are you feeling? Are you getting any better? What a frequency we want? We want ATIS on 1260.
Thank you.
Orange County, John Wayne Information Whiskey. 0 100 Zulu weather. Wind 210 at 8, visibility 9. Sky conditions 2,000 few, 18,000 few, 25,000 scattered, temperature 24, dew point 17. Altimeter 2985. Arriving runway 20 right, departing runways 20 right, 20 left. Advise on initial contact you have whiskey.
Yeah, that's real people, buddy. Yeah, real people, so I can't cock it up. This is an automated weather system here at the moment. We're just getting the weather. Yeah, that's a real control of that lady you can hear, and yeah, she knows her stuff.
County, John Wayne Information Whiskey. 0 100 Zulu weather. Wind 210 at 8, visibility 9. Sky conditions 2,000 few, 18,000 few, 25,000 scattered, temperature 24, 2.17.
What was the scattered weather? What was the scattered cloud? Something.
Arriving runway 20 right, departing runways 20 right, 20 left. Advise on initial contact you have whiskey.
Okay, so that's, we'll flip you back. Okay, so you can, I don't know if you can probably get banned if you cock up enough, but I don't think, yeah, I think we're fine for that. Okay, so looking at the iPad here, so the wind is 210 there's good visibility, there's a few clouds at 2,000 feet, there's a few clouds at 18,000 feet, and it's scattered at like 20 something. We'll just chuck that up there. We're not going to get that high, so we don't have to worry about it. The temperature 24 and dew point 17, the altimeter 2985. The arrival runways are 20 right, the departures are 20 right and 20 left. You get banned in the first 20 minutes, that's funny. Alrighty, let's go close the doors here and we'll get the generator started. Do we have... Yeah, we've got heaps of fuel, so we'll close you, we'll get rid of the chocks. We'll turn chocks on.
Anytime you connect, try to be on a non-movement area and call for taxi.
Someone's getting in trouble already.
Clear for takeoff, and are you remaining in the pattern or make a V for departure?
925 remaining in the pattern. Thank you.
Turn 925 left, close shaft, gets approved.
Someone's getting in trouble as soon as we logged on. Okay, so what do we got here? But the voices are so high. Yeah, what do we got here?
So 117 off Lima, traffic circle approach 127.4.
Is that a little bit better, buddy? Just turned it down a little bit.
616 Alpha Delta, just because you were the last one to speak doesn't mean you're going to be the first one that's going to be answered.
Someone else is getting in trouble.
That was the 117 Alpha Lima. No resemblance to your call sign.
Wow,
runway
okay.
27 is currently in use. Is runway 9er a special request for the procedure, or are you able to accept one that aren't ever purchased to runway 27?
Oh, someone's getting in trouble.
There's 6 Alpha Delta, so there's 2 RNAV approaches into San Diego. One's the X-ray, which is kind of fun. It starts at Quam,
kind of fun. That's cool.
The arc to the final approach course. Then the other ones, it starts at Lindy. Do you have a preference?
It sounds like a bit like that, doesn't it, Nis? So flight plan, we'll go put the flight plan in while we wait for her to do what she needs to do. K, S, N, A.
There's 6 Alpha Delta, Roger. Expect RNAV. RNAV X-ray, runway 27 approach from Cologne, maintain 6000.
OCN, and then it's to, this is KCRQ, KCRQ, so no, that's not completely right. We've obviously got to jump on a radial out from Seal Beach, so we can't just go direct to that.
Good evening, Cherokee 454 Alpha Hotel, holding short, runway 20 right at Kilo.
No, and she'll be sitting in a tower, sort of, or on like a broom, was just looking at a top-down view of a screen.
Control of Alpha Lima, Circle Approach, Kelvin altimeter 2793. Do you have a approach request?
Where are we going? Carlsbad. I'm just going to write that down in brackets because I might need to know that.
Carlsbad. Roger.
How do you spell
You can expect that. I'll give you a shortcut here. Turn left, turn, heading 120, join Victor 208, Alpha Alpha Santa Catalina.
Carlsbad. Just, yeah, exactly how I thought I was going to spell it. Carlsbad, just so I remember.
958, Black Tower. 56.
Do you explain to me? Give me 1 second, I'm just going to get some clearance here. This game lets you be an airport manager and a pilot.
258, runway 26, clear for the
It'll allow you to be an air traffic controller or a pilot.
Correct, 6 Alpha Delta, yes, I apologize. It is the Zulu, RNAV Zulu approach. Is that still
we need some
okay,
charts back on here. Airport. That's better. I would be lost if I was you. I mean, in your place. No, you wouldn't, buddy. You don't bite anything more often than you can chew. So you just go slow and steady. I'm already just lost by watching. Alrighty, we want 118 for clearance. 118. There we go. Clearance delivery. John Wayne delivery, good day again, November 585 Sierra Mike, Cirrus SR22, IFR to Carlsbad for the I rating 2.
Air 6 Alpha Delta, contact circle approach 124.35. Cirrus 585, Sierra Mike, John clearance, clear to Palomar Airport on departure, flight heading 175, radar vectors, Victor 23, Oceanside direct, maintain 5000, departure frequency 128.1, squawk 3344.
Okay, clear to Palomar Airport, heading 175 for the vectors to Victor 23, then Oceanside direct, climb initially 5000, airborne 128.1 and squawk 3344, 585 Sierra Mike.
5 Sierra Mike, is that correct? I request for the I-2.
McCarran Tower.com 1013, ready to go, 19 right.
What'd she say?
Something west for the I-2. Tower, wind 210 at 10, gust 19er, runway 19er right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 19 right.com 1013.
Clearance 585 Sierra Mike. Sorry, did you need anything else from us for the I-2?
No, 5 Sierra Mike, negative.
Copy 5 Sierra Mike.
There's 616 Alpha Delta, okay. Alpha San Diego, altimeter 2990.
You still have Meow Cat.
Have you checked in yet?
What? Meow Cat? What are you talking about, Meow Cat? Okay, so we've been cleared to 5,000 feet. Oh, that's 50,000 feet.
That is correct.
We'll climb out at 90.
Turn left at Clone, cross Clone at 6,000, cleared RNAV Zulu, runway 27 approach.
2985.
925A going around.
Expander, the code is 3344. Back. Warnings dismissed. Back.
Right.
I'm talking about the banner on your Twitch channel. Oh yeah, absolutely, buddy. Still Meow Cat. I love it.
Clip 7 Alpha Lima, looks like it turned you back to Santa Catalina here. Are you able to just fly heading?
Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to set up.
117 Alpha Lima, so make a left turn, heading 070, and I'll try to get you right on top of the Victor.
That's a light test, yeah.
I'll just keep on heading.
So what we need to do here is we need to bring up the sky vector here. So our lovely flight, if I can find it,
1013, contact departure,
is from here. So we need to get on this black line here. So that black line is radial 120 from Seal Beach. So we need to get one Seal Beach up there and running. So we can do that in a couple of ways. I don't know how to make that.
No worries. Fly heading 080.
I'm just going to turn the volume down on her for a little bit. So Seal Beach is 115.7. So we can switch that around now. 1157. Seal Beach we've got set, and we want radial 120. So course 120. There we go. So we're going to take off, we're going to get vectors, and when this green line starts moving in, we're going to line him up, and so we're flying in that direction with that line in the middle. And that means we're flying down the Victor 23 on the radial 120 to Oceanside pretty much direct. So that's kind of cool, and we want to get Oceanside set up as the next one, which is 1153. We won't transfer him, we'll have him on standby there, so when we get close there, we can either jump on a radial an inbound radial, not an outbound radial, an inbound radial on Oceanside, or we can just continue flying the outbound radial. And if that makes absolutely no sense to you, here's an iPad. Here's something I prepared earlier. So let me see if I can do this. So we're going to be taking off from an airport here. We're going to be flying to an airport there. That's a runway. We've got a navigation aid there, which is SLI. We've got Oceanside here, which is OCN. We've got a route that goes between there. So that's what we're going to do. The flight plan wants us to go. Looking at the flight computer, it wants us to go there and then there, but we need to jump on the 120 radial, and this outbound this way. This is the 120 radial from Seal Beach. So we can jump on an inbound radial when we get closer to OCN here. But we're going to jump on the 120 radial out here. So we're going to fly heading 175, which is going to be about there. And then the SoCal departure is going to say, okay, we'll resume our nav Victor 23 or whatever it is. And then we're going to turn left. And when that green bar, like I said on the VOR lines up, we'll be in the center. We'll be flying down outbound on the 120 radial. So that's how that kind of works. Hopefully that makes some sense to some people. So how do I delete this now? Like that. Alright. Clean it up. There we go. Alrighty. That's that. So we've got that. Victor 23 Oceanside 5000 is 3344. I think we're good to go. 95,000. And we got heading 175. Almost forgot 175. Enter. All right, let's turn you off. Okay, let's do our checks. So avionics off, fuel pump on, fuel all the way on. You there? Okay, let's go ahead and start up. So it's nav lights are on, recog is on. Clear prop. Okay, fuel pump off, avionics back on, air conditioning on. Autopilot will have set there. Now the autopilot will be, roll will be heading mode, the pitch will be IAS. On. Oh. That's the nav volume. Can we ident now? Maybe that's what I was doing wrong. If I go U. Yeah, we can ident now. But...
Need the full route again?
Affirm, yes please.
No 4 Alpha Hotel, contact SoCal departure.
Departure 4 Alpha Hotel.
So we need ground, so we need a chart. And we need the ground chart. Ground frequency for us is East 1208.
Runner 258, taxi to Barker Beach, Charlie Foxtrot, this frequency. No 45 Bravo Hotel, SoCal departure, radar contact. Climate maintain 6000.
John Wayne ground, Cirrus November 585 Sierra Mike on the east ramp, request taxi with whiskey.
Chris 5850 Mike, John ground, runway 20 left, taxi at Alpha, Hotel Charlie Kilo. Verify your transponders on once you hit the taxiway, please.
Copy 20 left, fly Alpha Hotel Charlie and Kilo, and we'll turn the transponder on now. 5850 Mike. Okay, so...
Aero 4 Alpha Hotel.
There we go. So before we request clearance for ground, we need to make sure we've got the transponder on. Okay. Alrighty, let's go.
Aero 01 Lima. So it's runway 27 departure procedure.
So looking at our chart here,
intersection Romeo Oscar Bravo.
we need to go to Alpha, which is this guy just here, onto Hotel Charlie again, down to Kilo for 20 left.
Victor 23.
Brakes are off.
VOR. Victor 66. Raya intersection. Romeo Yankee Alpha Hotel. Direct.
Limo's just staying there.
9421 Lima is cleared to San Diego via 2027 departure. Robin intersection, Victor 208, Oceanside, Victor 23, Mission Bay, Victor 66, and then Raya intersection for 01 Lima.
001 Lima, read back direct.
Alrighty, so taxiing for runway 20 left here at John Wayne.
I can give you a turn if you'd like. Turn right heading 350.
Okay, there's Alpha and down to Hotel, which is left here. And then we're right.
36 Alpha Delta, fly heading 100. Code 7 Alpha Lima, contact circle approach 119 airplane 6.
Juliet, we want Kilo.
Echoes 117 Alpha Lima, SoCal approach Polymer altimeter 2988.
Okay, so here's Kilo.
Code 7 Alpha Lima, descendant positive Christian maintains 5,000.
Alrighty, so we want, what do we want? We need a tower frequency. So what do we got here? We've got tower for 20, for 2 left and 20 right. We're on 20 left, 1199. Transfer, and we need our departure, so SoCal's 1281. 1281. Alrighty. John Wayne Tower, November 585 Sierra Mike. 20 left at Kilo, ready for IFR departure.
Number 6 Alpha Delta, turn right heading 200, descend and maintain 3,800. Cruise 5850 Mike, John Wayne Tower, runway 20 left at Kilo, clear for takeoff, wind 220 at 8.
Clear for takeoff, November 5850 Mike. Okay, so it was heading 175 after takeoff. We've got heading 175 set, 5,000 checked. Strobes are on, TCAS is on. Clear left. Clear right, let's go. Fuel pump on.
Alpha Delta, you are 3 miles from Vita, turn right, heading 240, maintain 3,800 till Cyber Slow 5 credit, Slow 5 runway 27 approach. Here's 50 Mike, contact circuit departure.
Circuit departure, 850 Mike. SoCal departure, good afternoon again. November 5850 Mike is 1,600, climbing 5,000.
5850 Mike, SoCal departure, radar contact.
Hey Happy, how you doing, buddy? We might speed you up a little bit. So there's the Victor 23 just there that we're coming up on. So Happy, we're doing our ratings on Pilotedge, we're doing our IFR ratings. We've done one, we did one this morning, we're now on the second one. Yeah, not bad Happy, not bad. Doing really well. SoCal departure, November 5850 Mike. Did you want us holding still 175 or would we like to jump on the Victor 23?
50 Mike, no, you remain on the heading until you receive vectors otherwise.
Copy, November 5850, thanks.
46 Alpha Delta, contact Alberta 118.3.
So we are getting assessed. The controller's assessing us at the same time, so I just had a sneaky feeling that I was meant to jump on the route myself, but no, we're vectors, so we're okay. Actually, what we could do here, we could be a bit smarter about that.
3616 Alpha Delta, Lumber Tower, wind 2508, runway 27, clear to land.
visibility's not too good in the States this afternoon. I think it's about 4 or 5 o'clock there in the afternoon here where we are in California. Actually, I've got the time here.
There's 50 Mike, left heading 100, join Victor 23.
Left heading 100, join Victor 23, 5850. Okay, so we've been cleared to join the Victor 23 radial, the Victor 23 route now, which is radial 120 from the SLR.
I'll contact circle approach 135.4.
135.4, 4 Alpha, go.
And there's 5,000 feet. Okay, so bring you back.
Approach Palmdale Crescent, Ontario, altimeter 2986. After Pomona, climb and maintain 8,000.
If we go autopilot roll, if we go nav, is that going to turn us? No, nav's on standby. Okay, good. So, a lot of traffic around us here at the moment. Where are we headed? We're going to KCRQ.
Close to Alpha Lima, turn right, heading 160.
Taxi.
North of Alpha Lima, maintain 3,500.
Can we rotate that chart around? Yes, we can. Is that going to stuff up my chart because I've rotated it around? Yeah, it's going to cut a little bit of it off. It's okay. ADIS is 12015.
Number 170 Papa, gentlemen, clearance.
What are you doing? You going that way?
Number 170 Papa, destination will be Santa Monica Airport, Kilo Sierra.
Ugh, that's too low for me to hear in the air. Let's just go and get a META for it. META KCRQ. 250 at 8. We're okay. Where is he?
There's 7 Alpha Lima, you are 3.5 miles from Moscow, turn right, heading 210.
Got another one here.
3,500, to establish low climb, cleared ILS from a 24
There he is, visual. No, he's climbing. That's okay. He's climbing away from us 400 feet.
667 Alpha Lima, fly
500 feet.
250, German Wolf 53.
There he is.
Descend.
No, we're clear. It's fine.
Star 7 Alpha Lima, okay, you're in the track now, so looks like you'll intercept.
Okay, so we're on that radial now.
Heading 230.
We're just going to fact check that with a bit of situational awareness here. Yeah, we're flying down. We're good. Okay, so we've got 2988. 2988.
For 427 Alpha Charlie, showing clearance, clear to Santa Monica Airport. On departure flight heading 220.
1196, I think is going to be the next one.
As filed. Maintain 2,000, expect 6,000 1 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 13.1, 12414.
we can't see much down there at the moment, guys. It's visibility's not fantastic here. We're definitely in IFR conditions, that's for sure.
Going off of Charlie, departure frequency 128.1 and squawk.
Okay, so when do we expect to switch frequencies here?
Cherokee 4 Alpha Hotel, I'm going to need to get you a little higher. Probably maintain 10,000. You can go ahead and start your turn now. Probably your climb now, 10,000.
Surely. We're going to have a frequency change soon.
Jacob 7 Alpha Lima, contact SoCal approach, correction. Contact Palomar Tower, 118.6.
How do they say it? They say Palomar. 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 Okay. Palomar. Okay.
Number 7 Alpha Lima, Palomar Tower, wind 2408, runway 24, clear to land.
So they are giving approaches to 2-4, which is good. We definitely want the ILS for 2-4.
Reflex your mic, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
119.6, 5050 mics here. SoCal, good afternoon. Cirrus November 585 with you. Sierra Mike with you, 5000.
Cook 616 Alpha Delta, Gormer ground, taxi approximate Charlie, remain with frequency. Roger. Your 585 Sierra Mike, SoCal approach, Palomar altimeter 2988. After Oceanside, fly heading 070, stay approach request.
Copy 29088 from Oceans to left heading 070. November 585 Sierra Mike. And SoCal 505 Sierra Mike, if we can request the vectors for the ILS approach runway 24. Okay, so we're there.
Sir 585 Sierra Mike, expect ILS runway 24 approach.
It's going to be ILS for 24, 505 Sierra Mike, thanks. Okay, so Ocean 070. So it's going to be left 070 for the ILS for 24. My head down, I'm just scribbling down here, guys. Sorry for just looking down and not looking at you, but just scribbling down here as we go. So we are coming up on Oceanside. We'll go to roll and heading. And once we do the turn left to 070, we'll start configuring the aircraft for the eyeless approach. Okay, here we go. 70 enter. Okay, so the eyeless approach calls for course 245. 245. The ILS is 108.7, 1087. Transfer. The minimums for this one are 5. We're A, category aircraft 527. 527. And looking good. What we might do also is put the approach in the flight plan here as well. So flight plan there. Load arrival, ILS for 24, none. We should set the approach in, which we have now. For Shizzle Tifi, welcome to the stream, buddy. How you going? Oh, no way. Did my X-Plane just crash? Oh, no way. Oh, X-Plane crash. No way. No way. You did. You broke my X-Plane. Wow. That sucks. Wow. Okay, well let's have a bit of a I was just completing my second rating here with my instrument rating on Pilotedge. So let's just go out back and have a little bit of a look here at X-Plane 11. What do we look at for crash logs? Is it just a log file? Is that what we look at? It just says the application has crashed. Wow, it's the first crash I've had in X-Plane for a very long time. We've got outputs, no logs, no resources, no outputs. No, that's logbook. Crash report. There we go. So the 25th of the 8th at 11:04. That's the one. Don't know what that tells me. Yeah, right. Okay. That is a little bit annoying. Not gonna lie. Okay, well let's get firing back up here. I wonder if there's an autosave function for X-Plane that I should look at. Does resume flight put you back exactly where you were? We go resume last flight. What does that do? Let's just do a little bit of Googling. X-Plane 11 auto save. Auto save utility question mark. Let's have a look at that. Please ask a question. So I'm just looking, started a plugin which makes the Hobbs meter for each and every... Oh no, that's not what we want. there's a lot of them. Save a situation from a plugin. That's someone just talking about doing it. Flight data recorder. This plugin allows you to record a flight in the user aircraft using the flight deck recorder plugin. You can then load the flight into the flight director and watch it played back. Well, I don't want to do that. Doesn't look like there is an autosave for X-Plane. Let's have a look. Let's just see where it puts us here. Can we turn the charts off? Yes, turn the charts off. Oh dear, maybe we need to relog after every flight. Geez, that's a bit of a shame. We were doing really well there. Fingers crossed, we might be in the air. If we go resume last flight, we might be in the air. But I doubt it. I don't think X-Plane's that smart. Fingers crossed, and the answer will be... Fishizzle, this is so your fault. I'm only kidding. No way. Ugh, oof. We're getting some fantastic killer frame rates here. Plug-in, connect. Ooh.
Connected to Pilotedge.
Connect to Pilotedge. Start transfer. Well, we're back on the ground where we took off from. We want to start the transfer to X-Plane with the weather. What are we getting? Ooh. Okay, maybe that doesn't work. So we're going to quit X-Plane. We'll quit the weather. Sorry, guys. Looks like we're going to have to redo the flight, guys. It's a bit of a pity. I apologise, guys, but it is what it is. Good old X-Plane. Just double check. Pilotedge gave me an error about network interfaces before. I just want to check it's not running. Oh, I didn't know the PyMac services were running. You should be running. It's one thing I just need to stop. Go away. Yeah, we need to stop you. There we go. And manual. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Well, I don't think we've got Pilotedge running unless it's called something different. So we'll start X-Plane again and get going. So what we might do is get you guys, clear you, and we'll just delete all my history here on this chart. Okay, so let's just check here. So we want to do new flight. That one, Oceanside, we'll just check where we are. Transit, it's jet there. We might just go up closer to the runway there a little bit. Clear, and we'll just very quickly kick off the weather download because FS Real Weather does take some time. Milo, how you going, buddy? We had a sim crash, Milo. We had a sim crash turning basically a downwind for the runway. So that's bloody annoying. But it is what it is, so we'll just rock and roll with it. So if I reverse a little bit before the crash, we got our first rating, so we were probably 3/5 of the way through the second rating, and then the sim crashed. So we're reloading to do the flight again. Lucky it's a pretty short flight. My autogen's going to crash my PC? Really? I don't think so. Alright. Sim is using 11 gig of memory. I have 32 gig. So. Just wait for the load here back there. No, X-Plane 11 crashed, not my PC. Which is really, really annoying. Hopefully we can get back on Pilotedge. I don't know why it was giving me errors. But we'll see. Hopefully the controller can help us out and we just maintain the same clearance. I'll just tell her we had a PC crash. Well, the log.txt file in the main X-Plane directory just says X-Plane has crashed. So it didn't give me much information, and the crash reports doesn't tell you anything. I think it's stuff for the X-Plane guys, the X-Plane development team. Is there another file that I should be looking at? Come on, X-Plane. Yeah, I never have crashes, Milo. It's Smart Copilot message box network interface. Check. Okay. Oh, that's Smart Copilot. That's okay. We're just a little bit further down, aren't we? If we go shift 4, we'll just have a bit of a look around. I think we're just a little bit further down. Yeah, we are. Okay. Okay, so you're downloading. Let's jump on to Pilotedge again. We're November 585 Sierra Mike. Connect.
Connected to Pilotedge.
Okay, let's turn the master on avionics. We want 118 transfer. John Wayne Ground, November 585 Sierra Mike. Oh, if I can say my call sign. It's awfully quiet on it.
585 Sierra Mike, John Wayne clearance.
John Wayne clearance, yeah, 585 Sierra Mike. Sorry, we had a sim crash, unfortunately. There, we're back on the ground here in John Wayne. Did you want us to lodge a new plan, or is that clearance still valid?
No, 585 Sierra Mike, negative. I'll have to reissue it. Clear to Palomar Airport on departure flighting 175. Radar vectors, Tigger 23, Oceanside, direct to maintain 5,000.
It's the same.
Departure frequency 128.1 and squawk code 1405.
Okay, copy. Clear to Palomar, heading 175 for vectors for the Victor 23 to Oceanside, climb to 5,000, airborne frequency 128.1 and 1405 squawk, November 585 Sierra Mike.
05 Sierra Mike, read back direct. 07 Alpha Charlie, contact SCO, departure.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad.
Number 4 Alpha Hotel, fly heading 330.
Takes the wind out of my sails when I have a crash. I very rarely have them, and it irks me. Alrighty, so we were clear to 5,000. We'll change that to 90 knots on the climb out. Heading is
427 Australia, contact SCO,
Papa is Beechcraft Baron 58. We would like to request IFR to Burbank and also I3.
Yeah, Milo, it is a little bit. But that's okay, look, it shit happens.
Sir, 427 Alpha Charlie, Darling
If
Tower.
there was an autosave feature, that would be awesome. There's no autosave in X-Plane. Like, come on, guys. Get your shit together. KS.
Sir, 5090 Papa, Darling clearance. Confirming equipment suffix, please.
Our equipment is we have both VOR and GPS, but we'll do VOR today.
SLI, Oceanside,
You do have DME?
We have VOR 509, Sierra Papa.
90 Papa, clear
That's
to
where it would crash every flight, and then I restalled X-Plane 11.
Beach is filed.
Oh, hopefully Milo don't have to get to that.
2000, expect 4000
KC,
with minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1.
There we go.
And squawk 3131.
Okay, so I think we're good from that perspective.
So fly heading 220 to John Wayne and then vector to Seal Beach. Then as file, initial climb is 2000 and then 4000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 128.1 and squawk is 3031. 509 Papa.
So we need to set up Seal Beach.
Squawk 3131.
So Seal
Squawk
Beach.
3131 509 Papa.
I need Seal Beach is 1157.
Fox Airport's off your 10 o'clock, 8.5 miles, report inside.
Oops, that's not right. 1157, transfer, Seal Beach. We need course 120, which we've got set. 175, 90 knots in the climb out, 5000 set. Flight plans in. So if we're looking at the plan just here on the right-hand side of your screen, everyone, you can see that it wants us to go to Seal Beach. If it's not, I've just put Seal Beach in there because that route between Seal Beach and Ocean, the white line, is where we need to jump on. That's the Victor 23 low-altitude airway.
John Wayne Tower, 27 Alpha Charlie, I read you.
Okay, let's turn you off and let's get cranky. Oh, no, we need to, one thing I forgot to do, turn the avionics back on. 1405 on the squawk.
Departure for 27 Alpha Charlie, okay.
Papa, where are you turning to?
Code 14...
Papa, Phil for the I-4. The instruction was heading 350 to join Victor 8.
Someone's getting in trouble again. I don't want to be one of those people that get in trouble. Okay, let's get going. So you're off. We need the keys in the ignition. Close you. Nav recog. Fuel pump on. You go all the way. Clear prop. Avionics on, close the door.
That's about 400 feet. It looks like you're climbing as well. The last instruction you received was 6,000.
He's still getting in trouble.
Climb and maintain 6,000. FAA tolerance for altitude deviation is 100 feet. So in that case, that would definitely exceed that.
Oh. Shit, why does it do that? Got no left and right. They need to fix that switch. Well, that was a mag drop, so everyone witnessed that. We're over to ground. So we need we need to go back to KSNA. You close you. We're going back to ground. We're on the ground chart there.
For Alpha Hotel, cleavage approach runway 24. S turns are approved for descent.
Ground east 1208.
I'm sorry, that's 118.52.
Transfer. And then tower will be, tower for 20 left will be 119. Tower 20 left, yeah, 1199. 1199. Enter. Fashizzle, don't crash my sim. So we're taking off from John Wayne here at John Wayne in Orange County, and we're flying down to KCRQ, which is Carlsbad, just a little bit further south down to towards San Diego. Oh, you live close to John Wayne. Awesome, buddy. That's really cool. One of the guys I had on the stream the other day, we were flying around the Grand Canyon in Vegas, and he lived in Vegas, and we went and flew over his house. Getting rated today, so if your house is on the flight plan, fantastic. If it's not, I probably won't be able to fly over it. Alright, let's get to ground here. John Wayne Ground, November 585 Sierra Mike, over at the GA parking with the weather, request taxi. Close, live 30 minutes from Lax, yeah, nice buddy. I think the controller's busy. Ground 1208. No, 1208.
24, clear to land.
1208. That's better. Whoops.
0.
That's better.
4 elbows up.
Helps if I put the right code in, just so they can hear us.
John Wayne clearance, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa.
John Wayne Grand, November 585 Sierra Mike, over at transient parking with the weather, request taxi.
For 585 Sierra Mike, John Wayne Ground, runway 20 left, taxi at Alpha, Hotel, Charlie, and Kilo.
Copy, 20 left via Alpha, Hotel, Charlie, and Kilo, November 585 Sierra Mike.
172 Sierra Papa, John Wayne clearance, go ahead.
Alrighty, we are good to go. So, brakes off.
For my I-4, am I still going to Santa Monica?
32 Sierra Papa, affirmative. We'll keep that. And looks like your flight plan is still filed, so I'll go ahead and just give you a clearance if you're ready.
I am ready.
32 Sierra Papa, clear to Santa Monica Airport on departure flighting 220, radar vector Slow Beach, as filed, maintain 2000. Expect 6,000, 17 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1, squawk 3057.
Cleared to Santa Monica on departure flight, heading 220, expect radar vector Steel Beach. Climb and maintain 2,000, expect 6,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 128.1.
So we go around a little bend here, and to the right, and then we come to the left, and then we do a right-hand turn, a bit of a dogleg here. Sun's going down, it must be getting late in the afternoon there, for Shizzle. What time is it in LA at the moment? About 5 something? 5:30 or something in the afternoon, is it? Okay, so there's hotel. Sorry, Charlie.
John Wayne Ground, Cessna 172 Sierra Papa, set 87, ready to taxi.
So we've got another Cessna that's on the ground here. He said gate 8 or something, didn't he? Is he down there? Just to see where he goes.
John Wayne Ground, Beechcraft 509 Ground Papa, ready to taxi with Tango. We are at the East Transient Parking.
John Wayne Ground, I heard most of that taxi to 20 left via Alpha and Kilo, but I didn't hear what was after that.
20 Papa, you'll be behind us. Sirius, he's just past Juliet on Charlie.
That's us.
Roger, I will keep an eye out for that here.
John Wayne Ground, Beechcraft 5090.
There's a few people down here at John Wayne.
We are at the East Transient parking with Tango.
Oh yeah, here he is. Behind, coming out here.
Papa John Wayne Ground, runway 20 left,
There he is.
taxi Alpha Hotel Charlie Kilo.
Okay, taxi to 1120 left via Alpha Hotel
Kilo.
Charlie and Kilo 90, Baba.
Okay, we want ground tower for 20 left 1199. John Wayne Tower, November 585 Sierra Mike is ready 20 left on Kilo for IFR. That was wrong.
Number 5850 Mike, John Wayne Tower, 12107, runway 20 left to Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, November 585 Sierra Mike. Okay, strobes on. Clear right, clear left, let's go.
Turn Fox Tower, Cherokee 454 Alpha Hotel, clear runway 24.
There's a Cessna?
And Delta.
John Wayne Tower, here, Papa.
There's that Beechcraft there, the Baron.
Okay, 1720 Papa John Wayne Tower, hold short runway 20 left to Kilo, traffic departing. Piper for Alpha Hotel, taxi to parking bay Alpha, remain this frequency, have a great evening.
Taxi to parking via Alpha for Alpha Hotel, you as well, thank you.
Response, Sierra Mike, contact SoCal departure.
SoCal departure, 585 Sierra Mike. 12810.
John Wayne Tower.
Pitch.
1720 Papa, runway 20 left to Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Roll heading. Fuel pump off, flaps up, off. SoCal departure, g'day again, November 585 Sierra Mike is 1,300 on climb 5,000 heading 175.
585 Sierra Mike, SoCal departure, radar contact.
Okay, well, FS Global won't connect, so we'll have to put our own weather in real quick. So match real world conditions and click done, apply changes. So I have to switch from FS Global real weather to inbuilt weather because after that crash it won't connect. Okay, so there's the route that we need to fly down, but we're going to get vectors. So she's going to take us out, then turn us left, and then we'll jump back on. Whew, there comes the weather. Jeez, that's weather's giving us straight 30 FPS. Whatever's going on there.
5090 Papa John Wayne Tower, runway 20 left to Kilo, line up and wait. 1720 Papa, contact SoCal departure.
SoCal departure, Cessna 1720 Papa, with you at 1100, climbing 2000.
Guide 1720 Papa, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 6000.
Climb and maintain 6000, 20 Papa.
Can we save flight? Yes, we can. No situation. Save. Here we go, we've saved the flight. If we crash again, we'll have to save it again one more time when we get closer. Look at the traffic. There's traffic everywhere around here. Okay, so turn the AC on, get a bit of climate in here. The really good thing I like about this aircraft is the fact that you can have these little dots here. This is TCAS, this is the actual TCAS. These little diamonds you see here are other aircraft flying around on the TCAS here, so that's really cool. Approaching altitude 5,000.
Touchdown off for Charlie, contact circle approach 135.4.
135.4 is for 27 Alpha Charlie.
Cheers, 50 migrant left heading 100, Jim Victor 23.
Left heading 100, and will we clear to track the Victor 23, A580 Mike?
Affirmative.
Copy, left heading 100 for the Victor 23, 505 Sierra Mike.
Baron, 9 Sierra Papa, runway 20 left to Kilo, clear for takeoff.
Okay, so we've been cleared to go for it, so now we're turning left here.
Turn right, heading
So we'll go word pilot,
360,
roll
then join
nav, which
Victory.
will go on standby.
Turn right, heading 360, join Victor 8.
So we'll track back now to this white line and then down to Carlsbad.
No, 20 Papa, direct make it 350, heading 350.
350, 20 Papa.
Group 420 Alpha Charlie, Circle Birch, Ontario, altimeter 2986.
Okay, so
Baron 9 Sierra Papa, contact circuit departure.
SoCal departure, Beechcraft 509 Sierra Papa at 1500 for 2000.
alright, to give you guys a bit of a representation here of graphically where we are. If you look at the screen now, you can see that we were vectored out to the right here, and now we're being vectored back to jump on the not the dotted line, but the white line running down the coast here, which is the Victor 2-3. If we look on another chart here, traffic plus 1400. Oh, there he is.
Departure frequency 119.6, 17342.
Wow, we're getting 10 FPS here. What the fuck's going on, simulator? That's weather we put in. Really showing the frames here. Some changes. Oh, there we go, we're back. Don't know what's going on there. So if we look at another chart here.
Okay, turn right heading 292 and enjoy Santa Monica, 92 Papa.
And if we bring up this chart here, you can see that we need to head down to Victor 23, which is what we're coming back onto now.
Tango, Central Center, thank you.
Social approach 5090 Papa. I just want to confirm that you want us to join the Santa Monica VOR, not the 53 VOR, 5090 Papa.
Square number 6 Papa, it's the Santa Monica 125 radio that you're joining.
Okay, 125 radio at Santa Monica joining, 90 Papa.
It's a pretty view at the left-hand side of the flight deck here, of the cockpit. Okay, let's do another save. Overwrite the file. Let's get some weather meta KCRQ.
Right on to your Papa, stay altitude.
We have
260 at 8, haze
4,000,
2217, altimeter 2987.
You want to watch that. FAA allows a tolerance of 100 feet for altitude deviation.
Roger, we'll go down to 4,000 immediately. Nice job, Papa.
Golf Tango, correction, that's a Cynthia Lagos 2 arrival, and I'll give you Santa Barbara Authority 2985. 47 Alpha Charlie, Quebec, Circle Approach 134.2. Mike, contact Circle Approach 119.6.
Circle Approach 1196, 5050 Mike, see ya.
090 Papa, contact Circle Approach 127.4, I'm sorry, 134.9er, 34.9er.
509 Delta.
SoCal Cirrus November 585 Sierra Mike's with you 5000.
37 Alpha Charlie, contact Circle Approach 124.2.
November 585 Sierra Mike.
5850 Mike, SoCal Approach for correction polymer altimeter 2987. Depart Oceanside heading 070.
Depart Ocean 070, quit the altimeter again, November 585 Sierra Mike.
050 Mike, altimeter 2987.
2987 to 585 Sierra Mike.
05090 Papa, SoCal Approach Los Angeles, altimeter 2987.
Okay, so from Oceanside it's going to be heading at 070, 2987. 2987 is what we've got set.
427 off Charlie, Circle Approach, Birmingham down 72986. Do you have approach request?
Okay, let's do another save.
Roger.
And overwrite the file. We'll get set up for the arrival now for the ILS. We'll start flight plan. That one, we want to load arrival, it's going to be the ILS for runway 25, we're not going to have a start or a transition, and there we go.
Cruise 7 Alpha Charlie, you said the RNAV runway 21 approach. Cruise 7 Alpha Charlie, clear direct dark, cross stars at 4,000 or above, cleared RNAV runway 21 approach. For 5850 Mike, do you have approach request?
AFM, can we get the ILS for runway 24, thank you, for November 5850 Mike.
5850 Mike, expect vectors ILS runway 24 approach.
Vectors for the ILS approach 24, November 5850 Mike. Okay. Pilot roll. Heading 060, we'll execute. No, we want to go back. Flight plan.
So 10 Mike Tango, number ground, runway 27, taxi to Charlie.
Guy climbing over us here. There he is, behind us now. So we want to do the ILS, get the details for the ILS plugged in. So the ILS is course 245. The frequency for the ILS is 1087. The MDA for this approach is 527. The missed approach is climb to 3000, heading 245 and outbound Oceanic VOR 145, so we'll get the Oceanic VOR up on standby, which is 1153, 1153. We won't set it though. And nav 2. 2. Change that. I don't know how to set that nav2 frequency, that's okay. Localizer. I don't need anything, Skyview. I don't need anything else. We'll do another save, because I'm totally anal about this thing crashing on me again. And then we should be good, so let's get rid of the chart now. Tower frequency here is going to be what? Circle approach. Tower 1186.
Circle approach 135.4.
186 for the CTAF.
There's a similar call sign on a different frequency, 172 Sierra Alpha. So 172 Alpha Circle approach Ontario, altimeter 2986.
Local time here is now 5:49 PM. Okay, that makes sense.
So guys, are not steer up the stay again? Brother, notice your Papa, I did not give you a frequency. I gave a different aircraft a frequency with a similar call sign. Remain the frequency and just confirm, are you on the Santa Monica 125 radio or did you just fly direct Santa Monica in EOR?
Oh, someone's getting in trouble again. I think that's like 5 people on this flight, or during the stream, sorry, where they've been
Papa, when you asked
getting in
to
trouble.
confirm
Yeah,
if
there we
it
go.
was the Santa Monica or the Still Beach VOR, I said it was the Santa Monica 125 radio.
Kiefer, how you going, buddy? Welcome.
So
How are you?
Right there, what you were supposed
We're
to do. That's going to be a fail for the I3. You want to continue for practice
failed.
or start over?
He's doing the I3, I'm on doing the I2. That's my next flight. So he's just failed it. So I'm doing a main instrument rating, Kiefer. I think we spoke about it during that last flight around the Grand Canyon. So we've been streaming for a little while. We've passed. We did the first flight and passed. We're now doing the second flight. We had a sim crash halfway through the second flight, so we had to redo the second flight.
No, you're getting mixed up. So you asked to confirm that it was the Santa
And someone's
Monica
getting in
VOR
trouble.
and not the Still Beach VOR. That
Another
is
pilot's
correct,
getting
but you're not flying direct to VOR. You were flying the heading of 290 to intercept the Santa Monica 125 radio. There is a specific radio that you wanted to track to the Santa Monica VOR. Does that make sense?
We need to make note of this because this is our next sector. How you been, Kiefer, anyway, buddy? You been alright?
Negative. No, Still Beach is not part of this. It's only Santa Monica. The only
I
thing
think
you
she's
did
forgotten
wrong
about us. We are
is,
tracking
you
far
were
off.
given money by having
We
290, joined the Santa Monica 125 radio, and you went direct to VOR. That puts you on a different course.
We don't want to get
to
too
the
much.
VOR, so you end up
That mountain range ahead of us is 6,000 feet.
join Santa Monica's 125 radial. Did you have the Santa Monica 125 radial tuned in? Roger, Papa, turn right heading 180. For 7 Alpha Charlie, contact Santa Monica Tower 120.1. So 115.3, that's the Stowe Beach VOR. I'm sorry, 115.7, that's the Stowe Beach VOR rate frequency. What you needed to have tuned in is the Santa Monica VOR, which is the 110.8, and the Santa Monica 125 radial. So you should have the nav radio have 110.8.
We're getting very far. I'm going to have to turn in a second.
OBS for your HSI, you have the 125 radial selected. Do you want to continue to Burbank, or how would you like to continue?
SoCal 585 Sierra Mike, you sound really busy. We're just getting some terrain here on the left hand side. Can we get vectors for the approach?
427 Alpha Charlie, Santa Monica Tower, 12308, runway 21, clear to land. Stand by. Your 5850 Mike, I gave you a heading 180 about 4 miles ago. Your altitude alert, minimum safe altitude in your segment 7,200. Climb and maintain 7,200. Expedite climb.
Copy, yeah, we didn't seem to come through, but we're having some more sim issues, so our apologies. We'll climb up to 7,200 and right heading 180, November 585 Sierra Mike.
427 Alpha Charlie, Santa Monica Tower, I just
She
gave you
didn't say anything.
Runway 21 clear.
Okay, so we need to go up.
At 8.
Pitch. Oh yeah, yes, up we go.
As a 10 Mike Tango, Lumber Tower, are you full length of the runway?
Yeah, that's our bad. We missed the lowest safe there, 7,000 feet. I think we just failed. Shit.
You're supposed to go all the way in to where the actual concrete boundary, what do you call it, border of the runway is. So you should be all the way down to Charlie. That's why he gave you runway 27, taxi via Charlie. I can depart you there. Runway 27 and Charlie 3, clear for takeoff. Here's 50 Mike. Fly heading 230 and it's going to maintain 5,200.
230, right 230 down to 5,200, November 585 Sierra Mike.
Okay, Sierra Papa, contact SoCal approach 1.
There we go. No worries, Keeper.
050 Mike, you are 9 miles from Wisconsin, maintain 5,200 to establish supervisor cleared ILS runway 24 approach.
Identify 5,200 cleared for the approach to 24 November 585 Sierra Mike.
172 Sierra Papa, SoCal approach Burbank, altimeter 2986. Do you have approach request?
Okay, so we need to go autopilot roll nav. We're cleared for the approach, so let's go left to...
Sierra Papa, clear direct darts, cross darts at 4,000. Cleared RNAV runway 21 approach.
Damn I think we failed that one because we, the lowest safe there is 7,000 poo, I think, but we'll see how we go. Well, you don't really let you do that. Tower, we've got 7186, yeah. Okay, nav 1 autopilot, pitch is approach, and then we go. It's like our November flight 850 Mike established 24.
You are cleared approach. First 7 Alpha Charlie, taxi to parking via Bravo, remains in frequency at the pass for the I-4. Zero Mike Tango, contact SoCal departure.
Okay, there's a group behind us.
November 10 Mike Tango, 8,400 climbing, flight level, sorry, climbing 15,000.
Zero Mike Tango, departure, radar contact.
Kiefer, we're right down the south. We're coming into Carlsbad, so right down to the south there. San Diego's a bit further down, isn't it? California. Fair confidence.
Air 454 Alpha 12 Fox grounds, cleared to John Wayne Airport, runway 24 departure procedure to Palmdale. Victor 201 to Barry. That's Bravo Echo Romeo Diaz. Victor 459, Still Beach, direct, maintain 6,000, expect 9,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 126.1, and squawk 3376. Bravo tells that direct, squawk 3376. Sure, 509, contact Colmar Tower 118.6.
Tower 1186, 150 Mike. Apollo Tower, November 5050 Mike, 7 mile final, behind us 24.
Sure, 5850 Mike, Colmar Tower, wind 250 at 8, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, November 5050 Mike. stage of flap. We've got a ground frequency there as well. Tower, ground 1218. It's a bit mountainous around here. Full flap. Autopilot out.
Autopilot disconnect.
So pretty, X-Plane. Just so pretty.
Papa, contact Santa Monica Tower 120.1.
Santa Monica Tower, here, on the RNAV, yes,
Continue.
Air 1720 for Santa Monica Tower, wind 2308, runway 21, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 21, clear Fox.
Epic Zero Mike 10, contact Los Angeles Center 128.6.
Oh, a bit firm, but that's alright. Jump up on November 3.
Fox ground, Cherokee 4 Alpha Hotel.
Air 454 Alpha Hotel, did you call for taxi?
Negative. I'm having a little trouble trying to find the departure procedure for runway 24. Could you help me with that?
Air 454 Hotel, so if you go into the takeoff minimums and look for the, I think it's General Fox, it's under the city, so whatever the city is, that's where you're going to find the airport, and it's just the obstacle departure procedure.
Fantastic. Yeah, the city. I do that every time. Thank you very much. 4 Alpha Hotel.
No problem.
Palomar Ground, November 585 Sierra Mike. We're off on November 3 for transient parking.
Have a going there, Mike, to Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 240.
This is the point where we find out whether we failed or not.
Sure, Gardner, Mike, taxi to parking via Alpha, remain this frequency, have a great evening. Was that for the I-2, I believe?
A-firm by the parking this frequency and A-firm for the I-2.
50 Mike, pass for the I-2.
Woohoo, we're fast! Thanks again, November 585 Sierra Mike. We passed, yay! Let's go down here. Really didn't think we passed that. Yeah, that'll do. Park brake on. Okay, so we want to menu, clear routes, AC off, avionics off, kill the power. Keys there, open you, lights, and muster off. There we go, guys. Welcome to Carlsbad. Just jump out here. Beautiful, beautiful little airport. God, look at that. So pretty. So pretty. And the sun is going down in California. This is real time. So it's about 6 o'clock in the evening there, I think now. About 10 past 6 p.m. So that's really cool. Let's head to the website. Are we up there for a pass? We are. We certainly are. Woohoo! That's 2 down. That's really exciting. Okay. So what do we got here now? So the I ratings. Let's put you there. So we have I ratings here. Yeah, so Burbank, so introduction to TEC routes. Have we got anything, KCRQ? No, we don't. First tech route. Yeah, what's a tech route? That's going to be an interesting, that one there. Alright, well, what we'll do is that's for our next stream. So what I might do now, guys, is call it for here, and I might be back a little bit later on. But I really hope that you all enjoyed the stream. Welcome to Pilotedge. We've I guess popped our Pilotedge virginity here, and we're 2 ratings into the instrument ratings, so that's really exciting. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. As always, welcome to the new followers, to the supporters, and to the donators. Thank you so much, and we'll see you all again really soon. Bye for now.
I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.